Welcome to Trash Talk. I'm Wayne.
I'm D.
I'm Dan.
Dan's back.
We're bringing back all the trashy news.
We'll trash you, and
We're
then we'll
news
talk
sluts.
you. I don't know if I really want to classify myself that, but
Yeah, I don't know if I'm so much of a news slut. Just a normal slut.
I
You're
get
an old slut.
I get like news shame, you know. I find
Yeah.
all the dirt.
Ain't no shame in my game.
Well, that's how you want to play the game. What kind of news do you have tonight that you are so excited about?
What do you think the Oxford word of the year is?
Ooh,
I have no
that's
idea.
tough. Well, hold on. I think we could guess.
I'll
this
give you some
one.
hints. I'll start off with a very general hint. Probably won't help you at all.
Okay.
It was a word coined in 2009 on Twitter, but didn't go viral until this year.
2009.
What? A water coin? What did you say?
It didn't go viral until this year.
Santorum.
No.
That's a good guess. It's a good
That
guess.
That was a
viral
while
when it
ago
came
that
out.
went viral.
I don't even know it was even before that.
So like a hashtag?
Well, here, yeah, probably. So the term is defined as type of behavior which is unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy, typically in a way that rejects social norms and expectations.
Fuck. Weeb?
I want to say like woke. Is it woke?
No. Why?
Just tell me. I mean, I'm not gonna guess this shit.
All right. I'll another hint.
I don't
might be
Twitter, Derek.
The main word. This isn't relegated to just Twitterverse. This is in common vernacular now, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So it's a dual hint. So it's a fill in the blank and hint. You know, people might say, "Yeah, I need to go home and feed my." It's a type of monster. Spider-Man fights him. I think in the first one.
Goblin.
Lizard
Yes,
monster?
Goblin is the first word.
Hobgoblin?
Oh, I'm Goblin mode.
Yes.
Yeah,
Goblin
mode.
mode.
Yeah. How do I stop my husband from going Goblin mode during sex? That's a headline I read one time on Reddit.
What exactly is goblin mode?
Well, I just told you what it's.
It's just
defined as.
being fucking weird as shit.
Turn into a goblin? Can you read the definition again? Maybe this makes a little more sense. Sorry.
Definition is a type of behavior which is unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy, typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations.
All right. That makes a little more sense. You're a goblin over there. You're just fucking doing you and fucking...
Yeah, it's like the big fat guy behind the computer screen just fucking being a goblin on the internet to everybody.
Yeah, a troll, gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can do it to other people, too, in real life, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess, yeah, if you're going Goblin, you just, like, you know, walk
I'm going to
through
selfishly have sex with you.
That's what it sounds like. You're goblin on something, right?
It'd be weird. We're going to get weird. By we, I mean me. But you're going to take it.
Because I'm a goblin.
Going full goblin mode tonight.
Jesus Christ. That's just, like, disturbing,
Come here, kid.
you know?
Oh, hey, buddy. I have a cat on me
Have
now.
you seen anyone goblin mode before?
No.
Have you goblin mode?
No. I didn't. The only reason I knew what he was talking about is because I read that stupid thing on Reddit, and I was like, what is that?
So on
Okay.
NPR, they give some examples. This is an NPR article covering the word of the year. It's wearing the same pair of pajamas all week while working from home. Welcome to Goblin mode.
Oh, okay.
It's mindlessly binge watching television without worrying about the time. It's eating snacks in bed without a care about leftover crumbs.
Okay.
Sounds like just depression
So-
and, like, sloppiness.
Yeah, so you just like, it's probably like hungover. Hungover for like
in a
a
sense,
couple of
kind
days.
of in a way. They said that the slang particularly struck a chord with people who felt disillusioned by the third year of the pandemic and the ongoing political upheavals
Oh,
around the world.
shit.
In response, they are rejecting societal expectations and making their own rules on how to live.
I'm now a goblin. Fuck you guys.
I'm going goblin mode.
You should really take a shower. Nope. Going goblin mode.
Can they like register as a goblin?
I mean, I'm sure you can register as a
You
goblin.
mean like
these
you
days.
identify as a goblin mode?
Yeah. I must be referred to as a gob or a blin.
I don't see why you couldn't these days.
Yeah, well,
Just, you know.
I mean, that's kind of sad if you think about it. If people like are going through goblin mode because it's the third year of a pandemic, that's not really happening everywhere. Huh.
Yeah.
I
mean-
think you hit the head with it's depression, really.
It
you
sounds
know?
like depression. It sounds like, dude, I just don't give a fuck anymore.
You gotta find your community, you know? Find your people. Find your goblins.
Find your goblins. Have you found your inner goblin? Start the new Church of the Goblin.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get a big following. It sounds like it's a real issue if it's in the dictionary now.
Yeah, I mean, it's word of the year.
Word of the year. So, who made
Oxford.
Oxford, the dictionary, or the church, or the university?
The dictionary.
Are they like promoting it now? Or they
It's the word of the year. Yeah, it's being promoted as, hey, you need to know this word.
So it's like they want you to accept goblins.
You know what it
into your
sounds to me
life.
is that Oxford is being a bit of a goblin. Giving us these fucking internet slang terms. as
Or
a
are they
word of the
trolling?
year.
Yeah. Do
Or
we
are
really-
they trolling by
It's all the
giving a
same
goblin?
difference. It's all the same difference.
by making this word
Well,
of the
but
year,
trolls-
I now know about it.
Yeah.
And probably hundreds, thousands more people know about it. So yeah, they're promoting it. And
No, people allow this to happen? I want to be a goblin mode.
how come I didn't know about that?
Well, so what happens if you're like,
I don't
you
have a
decide
tweeter.
that you're a hero and you got to go slay goblins because goblins are fucking gross, disgusting creatures?
So yeah, I'll tell you what I'd rather be. Is
Heroes get remembered. Legends never die.
can
Yeah.
you go gargoyle mode?
I mean, if you can make it catch on and become word of the year, then sure, why not?
Because I feel like that's a little more stoic. You know, I just catch the rain.
I sleep during the day and at night I do shit.
Yeah, you don't see me. Remember that cartoon?
Yeah.
That was
Gargoyles.
fucking badass.
Yeah, I used to watch it.
Goliath and the other things.
Oh, I don't remember their names.
I only remember the name of the one.
Makes
I remember it
sense.
because my parents were very Christian and they're like, these look like demons and his name's Goliath. Meh.
Mm.
I was like, oh,
That
no.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I always
Apparently,
thought-
there's a vote through Oxford for word of the year.
oh, so people chose it, or
So they must be
Professors?
presented with options, and they said that more than 300,000 people voted with an overwhelming majority, about 93% favoring goblin mode.
Well, that's
So here's what the competing words were. So Oxford Languages incorporated a public vote into the process and asked people to cast their ballot between the top 3 expressions of the year: goblin mode, metaverse, and I stand with. Hashtag I stand with.
I'd rather do goblin mode than the metaverse. Fuck the metaverse.
yeah, people go to that.
I don't think people go to the metaverse. I think like he was like real lonely.
Do you think?
No, they have games and stuff.
Do you think they have goblin mode on Meta?
I know they got a football game. I think there's a basketball game.
Huh.
You
They
could
probably
probably
have other
dress
games,
yourself
but
as
those
a
are the ones I've seen
goblin.
advertised.
Yeah.
Make a little goblin avatar.
Oh, okay. I think we should take the word goblin back. Like you don't want.
Hashtag take the goblin back.
Yeah. Like you don't want to identify as that. You don't want to be in goblin mode, right? Do you feel shame when someone says you're in goblin mode?
I think when you claim that you're in goblin mode, it's because you lost all
they're
shame.
self-claiming themselves. I thought people were calling them. You're being a real goblin mode.
No, I
right
think
now."
it's like I have lost all self-respect and care. I'm a goblin. I'm going goblin mode. Fuck you guys.
And that's the girl you want to meet at the party. She's goblin.
I don't know.
Yeah, you stay away from the goblins, Derek.
All right, sorry.
If they don't like shower for a week and wear the same clothes.
No,
and stuff,
I'm taking this somewhere else. I'm taking goblin back.
Are you?
I'm sure you
As
know all about
something
goblin.
You fight in the Middle Ages. You kill the Goblin King.
Middle Earth. Come on.
Oh no, they didn't fight goblins to extinction in the
No,
Middle
it's
Ages.
the party girl goblin.
I know, Derek.
Goblin this dick.
I never picked that up.
This whole time, that's what you were talking about.
I thought you were talking about Lord of the Rings.
No. We've had plenty
Did-
of discussions of Lord of the Rings in this show.
Did goblins originate from Lord of the Rings?
Don't
no.
be a goblin.
No, that's like an old fairy tale folklore kind
Probably
of
like
thing.
Nordic or something.
Goblins and fairies.
Yeah, that's older than that, but I'm sure, like, you know, when he's writing, he's like, oh yeah, goblins, those are good.
Oh yeah, I gotta throw goblins in.
Yeah.
Who are they gonna feed? Oh, they'll feed the goblins. Well, didn't it all start with
Do
him?
you know the
just-
term crotch goblins?
That's like what Derek's been talking about.
No, crotch goblins are little kids. That's what little kids are, is crotch
Oh,
goblins.
okay, no, that makes sense.
Past what, kitty? he
You're
keeps
just-
like,
You're just petting that pussy over there.
yeah,
this
he
whole
keeps like
time.
looking back up at me like,
He
come on.
wants it, man. Keep
So
petting him.
they're
Don't
pretty
stop.
sure they don't know exactly where the idea of goblins came
It's a bunch
from.
of folklore.
Yeah, but they think probably in Europe, could be older. They would say that the oldest they've really found so far originated in France.
What's the definition of just goblin? Like, what does is accepted as what a goblin looks like? You know,
Nefarious small creature that
Small,
is
like-
evil, bad intent.
tiny hands. Do they have hair?
I don't know. I'm sure they have hair.
So that what's the then
And
they're like
scales.
then they're scales, huh?
It's an ugly or grotesque sprite that is usually mischievous and sometimes evil and malicious. Synonyms: brownie,
Browning,
Brownies.
brownies.
You know,
fairy,
haven't you
fae,
seen
hobgoblin, pixie, sprite, dwarf.
Willow?
Hobgoblin.
Willow, they had the brownies in there.
Oh yeah. I have not watched that new series.
Oh, I'm not-
John said it looked really terrible.
I didn't even know it was a thing. And then I saw a little preview and I was like, why? Like, just, it's, I don't even know.
Because they gotta film something.
They
you
gotta
know?
ruin another thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Disney. It's what they do
now we
nowadays.
got another fantasy world. Let's fuck this fantasy world up too.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at images, it looks like they're typically kind of Yoda-ish. Big noses, though, pointy ears, small in stature, of course, a little lithe. And their coloring seems to range from like a gray flesh tone to green.
Okay. Because that's what I was like. I wanted to make sure they weren't gnomes. You know.
No, they're
Gnomes
different than
are
gnomes.
gnomes.
They're different than gnomes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, don't you think
Gnomes
there's-
and goblins do not get along.
Yeah, there's a big goblin gnome war, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Mortal enemies.
if you're digging in
Nemesis.
caves and, trying to make your cave kingdom, you might come across a goblin den every now and then because they're in caves too.
Yeah. Do you think goblins taste good?
No.
You don't want to eat a goblin?
No.
No.
I don't know.
They would
They're
be like
kind of
eating-
dirty.
yeah, like trash creatures.
And they're sentient.
yeah, like you can.
Oh, I'm talking to high fantasy though. You
Yeah.
kill some goblins.
You have the
fucking-
high fantasy of eating goblins.
You're really
sentient things.
hungry, and you got nothing but some hobgoblins.
That's like
to
eating
eat.
possum. Like you can,
Yeah. You put them in a stew for
but
sure.
like, would you? If you have other options,
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. If you had no other option except to eat a goblin,
you'd still probably get an STD.
does anything eat
It'll at
a
least get
goblin?
worms.
other goblins.
Big goblins.
Well, any large kraken-like creatures,
Dragons,
dragons.
Oh yeah.
owl bears,
Wyverns.
yeah,
Okay. A lot of things.
bears.
bears.
Yeah.
Really, anything that's any of
Dumb enough.
Yeah.
To not.
like it's
Have-
just food. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's why you don't go goblin mode, I guess, right? You disgusting little fucker.
Yeah, that's like that makes sense. But yeah, that's an interesting thing that turned into.
What would you tell someone that has goblin mode going on to do? How would you help them?
I'd open all the windows and get sunlight in and be like, "Get off your goblin mode, you gross thing!"
Yeah.
And then I'd throw water at them and salt, like like Gale the snail, salt it, make it
Salt
go away.
it. That's a good idea. What about sauna? Or what's it called?
Fart.
The Indian lodges.
Sweat lodge.
Sweat lodge.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
why
That
couldn't I
might kill a
think of that?
goblin. That might kill a goblin.
Is that too much?
I think that's a little too much.
Oh, how about a float tank?
You could probably put a goblin in a
Sensory
float tank,
deprivation?
and
Yeah.
then it might. I don't know.
Someone in goblin mode.
That'd probably be the first bath they've had in weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
No, you're supposed to
gross.
shower beforehand.
They're goblin mode. They're not going to shower before they go in there. They're like, whatever, I'm a goblin, I'm going in here.
You
Yeah.
turn the gas on, wait a little bit, and throw a match in.
Jeez, there's no way to help a goblin, huh?
No, why would you?
Well, they're goblin.
Exactly. Don't fuck with that.
No, but I don't know. Say someone's goblin.
I still
out.
have my humanity.
Yeah.
I don't have much of it left, but I'm not a goblin.
You won't help a goblin out.
No. And they're not even real. So.
They're on their own. No, people go in goblin mode. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. They're not real to me.
They're not real. You do not
They're
acknowledge.
invented in France.
You're not acknowledging them as a goblin, are you?
I'm not acknowledging them as even human.
I don't even want to acknowledge this fucking Oxford Dictionary now because this is fucking bullshit. We
Yeah.
don't need. Do we need them anymore?
I only
They're
use
the-
internet for my word searches now. Fuck the Oxford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Google
Oxford
tells
is
us what the words are.
captures our language as it evolves and writes it down.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
big
does it have
chronology of
Santorum
the
in there?
evolution of English language in America?
In just America?
Well, after the split from England, there's a lot of different things that we say differently.
Well, I thought Oxford wasn't even American. I thought that was a British thing. There's Oxford University here in the States.
I don't know about the Oxford Dictionary.
Oh, if it's just a dictionary, people have no affiliation to the university. I have no clue.
London is where the Oxford Dictionary is published.
Well, fuck them. They're not even American then.
They have
They
an
can
American
have
version.
all the goblins they want in London.
Yeah. It's where they...
That's why they all need to burn.
What?
All
the goblins.
the goblin modes.
Okay.
Go order one of those flamethrowers
Isn't
from
it-
Tesla
So,
and burn them.
isn't this why they tried to cancel...
It's the only way they can die, actually, is burn them.
what's her name?
Oprah Winfrey?
No. What?
Because she was goblin?
Oprah? She's goblin?
She didn't have a show anymore.
She ate goblins?
She's been on for a while. She might just be like, I'm done, yo.
She's
Like,
goblin somewhere.
She's at a party.
The fantasy goblins. The Harry Potter lady.
Oh,
Bank?
Rowling, J.K.
Yeah, the
Rowling.
bank.
Oh, yeah, those are goblins. Those are
Goblin
goblins.
banks.
Yeah.
But what were they really depicting?
Let's not get into that on here.
Jews?
Yes.
That's, I mean...
They had a big star
There's-
of David in the center of the thing. And the
Did
whole-
they?
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that.
If you slow down that scene, like when they walk into the bank, there's a big star of David in the middle of the building, and there's like some little
So it
article.
was a
like,
Jewish bank. So what?
They had yarmulkes on.
No, they just had like...
the big noses and
There's noses, and I thought that's the hairstyles
yeah,
or
there's
something.
some stuff that like
Goblins have big noses and ears. That's how they're depicted.
well, I forget what it was. Like it was on the internet too, where they're like, J.K. Rowling, did you have to make the goblins that run this bank have the Star of David in the center of the thing, and did you have to have them have extraordinary large noses and the accent thing and all sorts of stuff? It's just like it kind of seems like it was a slight poke at a culture.
I don't know. I mean, it's also maybe endearing.
I don't know.
Any sort of
Yeah, well, I still have a problem that they made Harry Potter white.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of as endearing as
Well,
like
he's
Kanye.
British.
So
So
I've seen black people in British.
British. All right.
England.
Yeah,
London.
just the empire.
It's the empire the sun never set on.
I feel like it has though.
Well, yeah, it has now.
Yeah, the queen's dead. If you didn't know.
Well, just her physical form. Her lizard body self is still doing whatever lizard.
It crawled into.
And they
an-
only
in-
stole
a
like
new skin.
$1.3 trillion worth of valuables from India. India
Yeah.
wants it back too.
Yeah.
After she died, they're like, "Can we have her shit
Well,
back?"
it's not just. I think they were like asking for that for a while. It's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, but once the queen crapped out, they were like, "Okay, come on, guys."
Yeah.
Give us our
that's,
stuff.
That's our fucking big ass stone right there in the middle of her crown.
No,
scepter or
we took it
something.
fair and square.
Same thing with the museums and shit, right? What is that?
Dan's phone.
Dan's fucking phone.
John just texted me. You got time for a quick call?
No, you're on the
no,
air.
I'm
Tell him we're
on
on the podcast.
podcasting.
You should call him. I'm like, John, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, do it.
Call him.
No,
Put it on speakerphone.
We don't get callers that
I don't
often.
know
We
what
have
he's
to
gonna
call him
ask
now.
me, and I
No,
don't.
you have to
We'll
call.
tell him. We'll tell him what's going
It's
on.
part of the show, damn it.
He asked
I'll call him
for
right
a
now.
phone.
You call, yeah, you ask. He might be asking me weird stuff like, "Hey man, you want to send a dick pic?"
But he has to ask you for that?
Yeah, I make him pay me now.
All right, that's fair.
Is he doing tricks?
Just paying for dick pics.
He doesn't. He can't know we're calling.
He knows.
I already texted him that I'm podcasting, so.
Oh, shit.
Told you to stop.
I mean, he texted 7 minutes ago. I wasn't paying attention. Best, what are you doing? Hi,
He's
Kate.
probably wiping his.
Hello.
Welcome to Trash Talk. Thanks for calling in. We have John here. John, what would you like to say to your friend Dan?
First time, long time. Dan, I got to talk to you about something that we discussed the other day. I don't know why I have this accent. I forgot it was Friday also that you were doing the podcast. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what we talked about the other day. Does it involve the butt stuff?
Well, yeah, I don't want to talk about it on the freaking podcast.
It's butt stuff, guys. All right, we'll talk about this later.
Butt stuff.
Tune in next week and find out what
Tune
butt
in
stuff.
next week to find out what kind of butt stuff we're getting into.
Well, you guys having fun? You're talking about some cool stuff?
Mostly just talking about you behind your back.
And goblins.
Good. At least there's plenty to talk about.
Yeah. Do you know what Goblin mode is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we found out about that.
He seems like a goblin.
John's not a goblin.
John's
No, no.
John a troll, but he's not a goblin. He'll make fun of
Yeah,
people
no,
and fuck
yeah.
with them, but he's not a goblin.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a troll. I'm not a goblin. I'm not like, I'm not. Yeah, no. Troll, ogre, dickhead. Definitely not a goblin, though.
Yeah. Trolls like to have fun with people by, like, you don't feed the troll because then it'll come back with more shit to...
Shit, I gave John
Yeah.
tacos last week.
You fed the troll. What?
Well, then he missed this week.
Yeah.
His power level's over 9,000. Yeah.
Tacos. Yeah.
Well, let us know when you're ready to goblin it out. And
Well, what are you guys doing tomorrow night?
Fucking.
Probably
Nice.
fucking...
sounds about right.
Cool. I work till 5 tomorrow, so I don't know. I'll bother you.
Hey, say something interesting before you get off the phone.
Something interesting. Ha 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 ha. My dog had the ass water, and I came home to a kennel full of shit, and his paws were covered up to his ankles in dookie, and then he got out and ran through my living room.
That's disgusting.
Tell us what you really think.
Shit.
It was pretty gross. I walked in the house going, why does it smell like poo-poo in here? And then I open the door, I'm like, that's not good.
See?
It was bad.
Did you pull was his name Mr. Tanner? And do the whole bit of, there's shit everywhere!
That's from Dumb and Dumberer,
Pretty
though.
much. I just drug his kennel outside, and I got to figure out how to hose it out in the freezing cold weather.
I wouldn't be laughing about that.
Yeah, that's
That sounds
unfortunate.
awful. Ugh. You ruined my night. Ew.
Well, thanks for ruining our listeners' night.
You're very welcome. Tell them to fuck off.
All right.
off.
Well, thanks for
We'll
calling
see.
in, fucker.
Well, thanks for having me, fuckface.
That was the fuckface, John.
That was John.
So, can we talk about one of my topics?
Yeah, I'm excited to hear about one of these topics.
Which one? Because we're talking about Goblin, the pandemic and stuff. Did you hear about the people that skipped the COVID vaccine?
They died in car crashes?
They're at a higher risk of traffic accidents.
Why?
The COVID shot protects against traffic.
Yeah, when you get the shot, you get this dome around you of living in a dome.
It's a very self-righteous dome that like protects you from a lot of things.
How does what? Okay. Do I need to read this?
It just protects you. Just don't even.
You might
question
want to
it.
skim it. You're better at summarizing these kind of topics, but I think it's mostly because people just ignore the rules of the road. If you are more likely to get into a car accident normally, you're probably also not likely to get into or get your vaccine. You know, if you don't give a fuck about other people's safety on the road, you don't give a fuck about their safety in the grocery market.
No.
So
I
I think it's like the dumbest study ever. Of course, this makes sense, but
well, I for one still drive how I've always driven, and I get annoyed with dumb people driving. Like there's so many people where it's like, dude, you can turn right on red. Turn right on red, you motherfucker.
yeah.
Or like
I mean, it's
go-
Omaha. You can turn left on reds.
So
on a one way, people turn left on reds.
Dude, I was going down Dodge the other day, and yeah, like there's just like, what is going on? Why is it? Oh, there's a motherfucker trying to turn left, just on Dodge.
Oh yeah.
3:30 in the afternoon.
Yep.
Traffic everywhere.
Well, isn't there horns honking at them and shit?
Yeah, and they just like, I don't know, why not right under the sign that has the no left turn thing, and just like nothing.
I mean, it's clearly not a turning lane. It's got the double yellow or
Yeah,
whatever
no, they're
dashes, which I think we're like the only city that has that.
I don't know.
It's like not really a thing anywhere else besides Omaha.
So this story you linked to came from Fortune.com in the wellness section.
Yeah,
And it's
respectable.
They got this information from 16 million people, 16% of which did not have a vaccine. Out of those people that did not get a vaccine, they found that they were 72% more likely to get in a car accident based on what actually happened with them after the time of that initial interview or whatever. And they say, of course, skipping a COVID vaccine does not mean that someone will get into a car crash. Instead, the authors theorize that people resist public health recommendations, probably also neglect basic road safety guidelines.
I mean, who uses turn signals?
And when you first brought this up when we were getting set up, I think you brought it up to Dan, and he was like, I drive fine. I've been in the car with Dan, and it's not fine.
It
great
is actually
driver.
fine. Who gets you guys home every time we go out?
I don't think that's a Dan
Who's been
thing.
T-boned?
I think it's a thing where anyone that says I'm a great driver isn't a great driver.
Yeah.
You know?
If you
I
have-
didn't say I'm a great
It's
driver.
just like
I
the
said
guy
I'm
on
a fine
Twitter
driver.
who made a tweet that said, if you have to call yourself
All right, well, sounds
an
like you guys
alpha
can
male, you're
drive
just
yourselves.
a beta. And literally his handle was alpha male.
I agree with that. But
I didn't hear that.
It's like a cell phone in a way.
yeah. But from now on,
Basically.
you guys are gonna have to get yourselves home from wherever the fuck we are.
Well, maybe we'll survive.
I'm not calling you a terrible
I think I'm
or
a
great
goddamn
driver.
good driver, actually.
I think I'm a normal driver. I think I
I said I'm aggressive driver, but it doesn't mean I'm a bad driver.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a bad
First of
driver
all,
and a bit of an
sometimes
aggressive
But would
driver.
you rather have a poop or an aggressive poop?
just a normal poop. I don't want an aggressive poop.
No, and
Sometimes though, you don't want to let someone in because you know they're gonna like.
yeah, you
they're-
know someone who's like, look at that dumb motherfucker. You know that person's gonna
Don't
be going
you
like,
fucking get in front of
yep,
me.
they're going 6 under. They're on their phone. They look confused all like the whole time. You could just see general confusion in their entire being, not just confused on the road, just confused in
Yeah,
general.
and there's like, and you're like, there's 10 fucking car lengths in front of you. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Omaha's some pretty. I still stand by. I think we need a toll interstate.
They have a toll to get into Iowa.
Yeah,
That's enough.
I think there should be a toll to get on the interstate.
Just so people won't go on the interstate.
Yeah, no, people will pay it, and then
But
And then they
don't
get
have-
more pissed off because they just gotta
no,
pay to get on
no,
this
there will be
road.
less cars. There'll be less cars. People will be spaced out evenly too, because they all have to get on one at a time.
There's still gonna be the dude with the truck who's like,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
There sure will still be some. There's
Lincoln
still gonna be
and
semis
Omaha
and stuff.
We're both in the top 5 worst cities for drivers in all of America.
Yeah,
I don't think paying a toll is going to help that.
No.
It's inbred.
I think it could. I
Some
think it
ridiculously
could
bad
change.
drivers.
Just think about it, just in Omaha. Just like, how about this? Just 680 or 480. You can be on 80 because that's a national interstate. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, just 480 and 680, and then they build another one out in Elkhorn, 880 or something dumb. Cost to get on. You have to pay to get on the light bus or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah, it's a public
what's-
transportation
no,
service.
not-
light bus.
Not the bus. There's the bus you have to pay to get on, but they're also talking about building the
Trolley?
the streetcar.
Yeah.
the light bus.
I knew it was a different word.
They've been
bus.
talking about
It's
that
made
though
of
for almost
light.
10 years.
Yeah, but they have a whole bond initiative about it and everything. They don't think it's
Yeah.
gonna cost taxpayers any money because it's gonna cost money to get on it.
They're saying the same thing last year about it. They were supposed to get started. It didn't happen. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Well, I have a
Well,
topic.
let's just fucking pay to get on the interstate.
You
I
can go
have
ahead
a-
and pay me money if you want to go on the interstate.
Yeah, you can pay me. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Would you pay the city though?
Would I pay the city?
Dude,
Fuck
I don't
the city.
pay the city.
They keep putting my
so
stuff
much.
up.
Yeah.
They have enough of my money.
I went like 3 years without paying my
So you wouldn't
registration because
if
I
they
was bad
did
about it.
you wouldn't get on the interstate then, huh? You'd avoid the interstate.
I'd get on it if I had to.
You'd have the ID card or whatever, money in the bank card. It would be a subscription,
Yeah. It's usually
and it's probably
those things usually
yeah,
just
I'd have
scan
and you
your-
could get the
your
plus
license
to get in the
plate.
fast lane. You know,
Yeah, everything is going to become.
Then you gotta get
subscription.
plus
I
so you
don't
can
wanna,
play your TV
I don't
at the
want
same
more
time.
subscriptions in my life.
yeah.
You need your driving subscription. You need this subscription.
You already have that. It's called a license. You still have to renew your license and your registration
And it's
your
annoying as
insurance
fuck.
and stuff. You know,
And I don't need to add more to it.
yeah. There's even more than that. There's like wheels taxes and street taxes. You know,
Yeah.
and let's not even get started with fucking property taxes.
Let's not just taxes in general. Let's not get into that topic.
Tariffs. What was your topic?
Oh, I was going to say the big announcement that was made to the Trump community.
His NFT cards?
Yeah. Fucking classic.
I didn't even look through them.
I thought it was a joke at first. I really thought that like somebody was just fucking around on Reddit. It was like, that's funny. And then I actually watched him try to shill and sell his stupid little things. And it was everything you could imagine it would be. Like, it was so perfect. We're like, a couple weeks ago or some, I don't know, I don't pay that much attention, but there was like something where they're like, oh, there's going to be a big announcement. All these people are like, yeah, he's going to.
From Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just yesterday. The big
Yeah, but
announcement.
they're like, he's going to announce
he
his
teased
presidency.
it a day ahead or whatever.
He's going to announce this thing. It's going to be so big, so awesome. And it's like, it's him in silly outfits. But like, the interview.
And he's trying to make money off of it because he knows.
Oh, he's trying to make money, yeah.
Because he knows that like
They
people.
made 45,000 of these NFTs. I think there's like variations of like a set of 5 or something.
Oh, they're
like
so
that.
ridiculous.
But yeah, it's
he's tryring to capitalize on having a
$99 to buy one, and every purchase gets you an entry for the possibility to eat dinner with him at Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago.
But
Wow, of
yeah,
course it
you
is.
should watch him try to sell them because it's so funny. I'm shocked, but I'm not because it's like, no, this makes sense. This is the world we live in.
There's a lot of people that are super worried about it too, saying like, what's stopping from him? Basically saying it's a big shill and it's a way to hide dark money, and that other countries could be buying up NFTs, $1 million worth or something from him. Nobody's stopping that from happening.
Yeah,
Interesting.
It's very.
I never thought about it that way.
Money laundering, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, NFTs were money laundering from the get-go.
Well, that's what I thought too. Is like this just seems like it's really late to the game. Like, why is he doing this now? But I was like, well, he just also announced his presidency a couple weeks ago, and
Oh, did he?
yeah, and it was like
know.
really dull. Seemed like I don't know. There was like nothing big about it. So he's just grasping at straws. It seems like trying to stay relevant.
If you get the chance, watch him try to sell them because it's.
I'd honestly rather not. I have a feeling Derek could just imitate it probably.
Yeah, he could right off the bat. There's like if this doesn't become an SNL skit or some sort of skit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like it reads like a script. It looks like a script, and it's.
We'll have Donald Trump SNL skits for like the rest of time. I feel like.
I hope so. He's a pretty make funnable character.
I think it's hilarious how
I'm over
he's
it.
obviously like very fucking obese, and in all the cards he's like just totally ripped.
Oh yeah, he's like Superman
yeah.
jacked, or he's like wearing like a sheriff's outfit, and
Oh, they found that it looks like they
Sheriff?
were pulling images off Google and like
literally just putting his face on.
they were
they're
basically
memes,
they
seems
just
like.
took a bunch of outfits made from different companies and pulled images off their websites and stuff, and then just like photoshopped Trump into them and stylized a little bit. So they've been like, which might be illegal. So they were reaching out. So other people start reaching out to these companies and asking like, "Did you guys authorize the use of your images and clothing for this?" And so far, it sounds like that's not necessarily the case. So you could be potentially copyright infringement.
Yeah,
happening.
but as long as it's like 30% different. Doesn't
The
matter.
image itself that you've taken, all they did was just lay Trump on top of it.
It literally they're so.
I haven't
bad.
seen them.
They're
So
great.
I guess I saw the.
You can do a
he's-
reverse image search with his NFTs on Google, and it'll actually source where it came
Yeah.
from.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
They had a whole
Image
article
search a lot
about
of
it. Yeah, I was
shit.
looking over.
But what is there one? Because there's like him as a superhero, and there's one with a business suit. I think that was all I saw.
Yeah, there was like 5, I think I
And
saw.
then there's an astronaut outfit. Like it's like
Astronaut.
a little boy.
Space Force.
It's like what you like take your little
You
kid
said-
and like you be what you want to be like
Was he a cowboy?
a cowboy.
Was he a truck driver?
There might be.
He sold out.
He sold. Oh my god, damn it!
Of
Less
course
than
he
a
did.
day.
Of course he did.
did.
Of course he did.
Of course.
People would fucking eat that
So the
up.
creators got about $4.5 million.
I wonder how many like grandparents had to like call up their grandkids, be like, "Can you help me buy this NFT?"
This is what
'Cause
Trump
you have to have-
said about himself when these got released. This is Donald Trump, hopefully your favorite president of all time. Better than Lincoln, better than Washington.
Quote unquote. He actually said that. I watched it happen in real life. Well, not in real life, but like on the computer or whatever. It's like what? What?
So, don't you have to have Bitcoin or some sort of,
Yeah, there's one with him and a superhero shirt, like he's opening
Does
it
he
up.
have his own coin?
Probably. Astronaut.
Because I
One
thought
with
that
him
was
holding a foam finger, like says Trump with the finger pointing up, and he's like in space. There's him in a suit with a cowboy hat on, with his fist raised and cash flying all around him.
oh, cash money, money.
99-2000.
Oh wow. But I'm
What a fucking goblin mode.
yeah, that's a goblin mode.
That's a goblin move, yeah. Or troll, I don't know. That's high level troll.
No, because you're like profiteering off of old grand people that like do not
Well, that's
have
why
never
it's a high level
never
troll.
bought an NFT before. I mean, like honestly, who is buying Donald Trump NFTs?
Oh, I have no idea. And yeah,
Isn't he like
God damn it. Our guest we've had on, Tony.
Tony?
Tony. He's gotten NFTs for sports trading.
Yeah.
Last time we talked about it with him, I think he had at some point made a little bit of money. He
He have Doge
won
or
some
something. I
card
feel
and then he
like
sold it for like $85. I think he originally got it for like 10.
he had Bitcoin
such
though,
a silly
or what?
concept, though.
You just buy it with regular money,
Wait, that with cash?
just like
Okay.
you buy into like Bitcoin. with
PayPal,
cash.
I guess. I don't know.
Usually that stuff you just link it to your, you buy it with your card,
Yeah, but
just
then,
like anything.
but then you have those coins or whatever, digital currency.
That's different.
Either way,
I thought
funny.
you had to have a Bitcoin to buy NFTs.
An NFT. No, you don't have
no,
to
you
have
can
Bitcoin.
you literally put like
Digital
real
currencies.
money into the NFT. Like,
If they accept that as a payment, then sure. But it's
I thought.
Pay
I
with your
think
card.
that's what you said. How they're money laundering though, right?
yeah, because you use real money.
you use
buy
real
the
money to buy
NFT,
NFTs.
and then you go sell that NFT or transfer it to Bitcoin or some shit,
Yeah.
and then your real money is now digitalized, and they still lose a bunch of money on them because it was a fucking.
They were
stupid
talking
thing.
about how one of his NFT cards has already resold for $24,000. One of the more rare ones. That's another like secondary market for like black market shit. You can come to
So
an
he
agreement
had-
for something. Somebody like, okay, I want you. You owe me $30,000, but what I want you to do is I'm going to buy this card, and then you're going to an NFT, and you're going to pay me $30,000 for it. So I bought this NFT for
So
99
technically,
bucks.
you own something, and it's a legal transaction.
Yeah, but not really. It's only has value because we say it has
Yeah.
value.
Or countries or anybody could like say, hey Trump, I'm going to buy up like 1,000 of your NFTs. Well, that's over $900,000. It's almost $1 million.
And how many did he put out? He sold out. How do you sell out?
I think 45,000 NFTs.
I mean, you gotta give it to Trump as a fucking
Credit where credit's due, but it's still ridiculous.
Scam artist.
Yeah.
True and true. Just like always finds a way to make some more
I'm
money.
gonna get some more money from these fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Because I mean, like, I'm sure it's technically legal.
And if there are fines, he'll still make more money than the fines are going to be. So
Yeah.
that's cost of doing business. Sometimes when you're rich, like, oh yeah, I had to pay these fines, but I still cleared six
Still made
mils.
all the money.
Yeah.
And it's washed and clean now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right. So other topics.
So the Omaha scanner
ties into one
yesterday
I
had a tweet they sent out. Somebody had called 911 to complain that Nebraskans are being mean to them.
Wonderful.
What? Someone that didn't live here? They were just driving through?
I think it was somebody that had recently moved here.
Oh, like my neighbors aren't that nice?
No, they said Nebraskans
Nebraskans
aren't being nice
In
or something to
general,
them.
like all Nebraska.
Wasn't that our slogan for a little while? Was Nebraska nice or something dumb?
I thought it was we don't coast.
I think that was just Omaha, not Nebraska. Yeah, that's a little bullshit. Did you see my other topic?
You have two other topics.
The one
Jabbed or you're going to die in the car. We did that.
we talked about that.
Of course it did.
No. Let's do the other one.
Wave of the future.
Wave of the future. Do you know what is it? A CBDC is?
No.
Central bank digital currencies.
Well, you fucking
Okay,
read.
Yeah. All right. I do. Yeah.
Do you know?
I just said.
Do you
It's
know
taking away the
what a
blockchain,
central
man.
bank digital currency is?
I'm guessing it's a way to regulate.
Digital currencies.
Yeah, digital currencies.
Essentially, they're setting up their own Federal Reserve. owning the digital currency. So it's like the nations. Like the whole thing about digital currencies is that they're
Imaginary.
not imaginary,
it's called
but they're
the
like
blockchain. Like
yeah,
you literally don't have to have a bank.
they're not owned by anyone.
Yeah.
You know, they're
Like,
it's free to use.
Him and
in a
I
way.
could trade it to each other back and
Yeah,
forth.
I've
no
bought
thing.
Bitcoin and stuff before.
Yeah.
I know. The
So
concept
basically,
of
the
it.
banks or like the central banks are like, no, we want in on this. You guys can't trade stuff without us getting our cut first. So
Well, they had the
exactly.
big thing that happened with the one of those digital currencies where
shit
one of the
coins.
people at the very top of it all was like abusing it and like stealing money from the company, a whole bunch of other crazy ass
Well,
shit.
there's been some shit going down.
Oh, yeah.
And then the whole
in
company folded,
fucking-
and like all these people lost tons and tons and tons of money.
It was
because of this guy's
unregulated, and it
negligence.
was they're basically just like
But
created
it's
their own
unregulated, yeah.
Yeah, that was like the Dogecoin, whatever.
They've been wanting to. It's been talked about having the government step into this for quite a while, but I think with what happened recently, that was kind of like the big kick in the butt. It was like, no, we're gonna do this because now you guys are just fucking people over.
I mean, this is part of the Great Reset.
Yeah.
Get everyone on a digital currency.
this is what happens in Mr. Robot.
Starts Mystery Robot.
Mr.
Robot's TV show.
Mr. Robot. I don't know.
No,
if
no,
I don't
It's
know
all
if
about
this
a hacker, and they basically facilitate tearing down the United States currency infrastructure. And there's a large corporation that, like a Walmart or something like that, this is huge business.
Costco.
And they were trying to release their own digital currency, and then they were working with the government at the same time to get some sort of backing. So then the government turns around and says, no, since our currency infrastructure went down, we're just going to say digital currency is now what the US dollar is going to be.
Yeah.
And there's like this whole bunch of like economic turmoil
Well,
and
it,
stuff.
it sounds like
With
that
all
was the
these
wave.
hackers.
Sounds like that's the wave of the future. What is that show called?
Mr. Robot.
It's live
It's-
action.
It's the guy. Yeah, it's the guy that it's like 5 seasons or something. Can't remember. Rami Malek, the guy that plays in the movie Queen. He plays Eddie Mercury.
Freddy.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Well,
Well,
Either way, digital
yeah,
currency
it's real.
is coming, and it's gonna suck when everything's actual digital because it's already digital right now. But it's gonna suck when you're like, you said the wrong thing, so now your accounts are suspended because we don't like what you're saying. You're not unvaccinated, and you're gonna die in a car wreck. You're not allowed to spend money anymore because that's what's gonna come.
That's the reset you're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's social credit scores, all that bullshit.
One thing China's doing is they've created a digital currency that I think, if they haven't done it just regionally, it might be nationally now, where they have their own national digital currency. And I don't know if it's happening right now or it's going to be happening soon in the future, but that digital currency is going to have an expiration date on it to force you to spend it. So people can't like save money.
Sounds like some China shit.
Yeah.
It sounds like some great reset shit. You'll own nothing and be
That's
happy.
one of the things they mentioned in the story, not the example from China, but saying in theory you could put an expiration date on your digital currency.
Yeah. See, and that's what I think it's dumb. This is a terrible article because all these misconceptions that they say, I feel like they're fucking full of shit. I'm just gonna briefly go through them. The CBDCs are new. Yeah, they're not fucking new, but they're newer to the monetary system, so that's fucking bullshit. CBDCs will massively disrupt the banking system. Yeah, that's not a misconception. Of course they're going to fucking do that.
Yeah.
It's going to tear everything down.
And create new power lords and yeah.
CBDCs will make private payment statements redundant. Most likely not. They're going to track everything that we fucking know.
Well,
Like Derek was
passed
saying,
that
they're going
bill
to put
where,
the...
if anything, you do any transactions over $600 now, that
Venmo.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
don't worry about the government losing billions and all these people do, just money going away. You spent over $600 and you got to get taxed on it.
Yep.
You want to make sure we know where it is.
That's what this next one is. The CBDCs will be extremely functional and complex. Extremely functional and complex. So that means people aren't even going to care. Yeah, government just gives me money. I spend it. Of course it's going to be fucking complex. Most people aren't going to understand this shit.
You're not allowed to buy bullets with it though.
Yep. And the other one is CBDCs will upend the existing dollar reserve system. Yeah. That's not a misconception.
Yeah, because it's already up.
That's what's happening, you know?
It's not based off gold anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that hasn't been true since
Yeah.
World War II, I think.
And, yeah, I think right after that or something, right?
Yeah, Roosevelt, I
like
think, is the one that finally...
42.
Oh, I thought it was
43.
Eisenhower
Yeah.
did that.
Franklin Delano.
Either way.
It was FDR. Is
Once
it?
we got the
so.
central banks in here, that's when everything got fucked up.
I'd like a fact check on that. I feel like it was maybe. I could be wrong.
Roosevelt.
I could be wrong.
April 20th, President Roosevelt issued a proclamation that formally suspended the gold standard.
Before the war or right during the war? Second. War.
April... Well, from History.com, on April 5th, 1933, Roosevelt ordered all gold coins and gold certificates in denominations of more than $100 turned in for other money.
All right, so it was before the war. Help them get out of this shit, I guess. Not really. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think. Do you think we're heading into a recession sometime soon?
Heading into it.
Well, I've heard.
As in, we haven't been in it yet with
I think the
everything
last
that's going on.
first half of the year was bad,
We've been in a
we've been
recession
like
technically for
kind of
like-
like there was a little bounce back. They're seeing right now, like things aren't going to start keep inflating. But
Look
we'll
up
see.
the actual
We'll see.
definition of recession, because I think we've actually been in one by definition for a couple years now.
That's what I think. The first part of the
And
year
then
was a
they're like-
recession. It's 2
Yeah.
quarters.
And then they're like, we're gonna change the the definition of recession so that we're not actually by definition a recession,
Mm-hmm. That
even
could be
though
too.
like most
mean-
of it's bullshit because it's like, oh, we have record high corporate profits, well,
Yeah.
record high inflation. It's the inflation that's fucking you guys, not these corporate profits that are consolidating more of our money and taking it from us. It's inflation.
You're giving Derek a cough attack.
Making me sick.
Speaking so much truth.
Great reset. Class 5.
What do you say? Is it happening? Are we all going to be on digital currency in our lifetime?
I mean, I've owned digital currency.
I know. What is the American dollar going to be gone in our lifetime, or we're going to be on a new currency?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be the new world currency. New world order's coming.
I don't think things typically
We'll be on an
move
American.
quite as fast as we imagine in our heads. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point there is
Things are moving pretty
some
fast.
sort of more...
2032, there's gonna be another big thing. 2050 is another big moment after that. If you
Generational,
Yeah. They actually have if you look at the Great Reset plan.
We were supposed to have flying cars a long time ago, according to
It was
what
always
people
a fucking
expected in the
fantasy.
50s.
That was a
fantasy, and then there's the things that people.
Well, that
are
was what
actually
science
working
said was
towards.
going to happen. Like we've done this and that, so if we stay on this trajectory, this is what we're going to be. You never know the future. It's
could
all I'm saying.
actually
And usually
have
when that stuff
flying
comes about,
I always think that was
it's a
like
lot longer than people think.
Maybe
that was
we
like the
had
Neil
flying
deGrasse
cars.
Tysons back then used to say that shit.
I'm just saying,
The
like,
crazy ones.
I'm just saying maybe there are flying cars and we're not allowed to have them because we're not cool enough.
There are
that's possible.
most likely are flying cars that the government can control. Drones, man. Drones.
They've made hovercrafts. They just don't, from what they've released so far from the footage of it all, it was like big engines running fans, just blowing air down,
Goddamn UFOs, man.
Yeah,
But-
they're like, that was too much fun. We can't.
That was
let
in the 50s.
people have that.
No, they kept crashing them. They didn't have very good control.
You telling me they don't have drones that you could ride in as a hovercraft?
That's some stuff, actually, they're kind of working
Just
on.
now releasing that they didn't have for.
No, I think
They have
like
jetpacks and shit
Honda
now,
or
too.
something like that made
Ooh,
some
that's
sort
a good
of
point.
passenger
Did you say Wakanda?
Honda.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Wakanda forever.
They created some sort of
I
a
got so
drone
mad.
passenger drone.
Honda.
And they also have those pod ones too. I think it only holds like no more than 4 people. I think it's actually more like 1 or 2.
Pod?
Yeah, it's like
Drone
it's like
pod.
a drone, but it's like a big pod you sit in, and it just has 2 big fans up to the side. It kind of goes up, and I think in some cities they had been experimenting with like an Uber style business for those. So like if you rent a bike, you rent one of these personal little
The
passenger
cyberpunk future's
hovercraft.
coming. It's gonna be interesting.
I could see that. That'd be cool.
Oh, I'm rich enough to fly over all you scum, so fuck you guys. I'm corporate.
It does have a bowel evacuation mode.
Oh, good.
So when
you
you're up in the
shit on
air,
people,
you can
right?
just spray your shit
I
on
figured that's what was like one of
pieces
the
of
most
shit
important
below.
things. Yeah,
all the ants.
Jesus.
yeah. That's a very important part of like.
Like Dave Matthews did in his boat. Or no, his tour bus.
What? He shit on people?
Yeah. Oh, this was years ago now. So Dave Matthews' tour bus was leaving some city, and they stopped on a bridge over a river and were draining the tour bus.
Oh, which
and
is
a
illegal
boat with like a whole bunch of tourists were on like this sightseeing boat, and they just got sprayed in Dave Matthews shit.
Dave Matthews shit.
Yeah, I'm sure they loved it.
Yeah, can you imagine getting sprayed with shit and in the background here, done, bum bum bum. Spray my shit.
Jesus. Yeah, and that's why I don't think you're supposed to shit on the tour bus.
Well,
Well,
also,
they're
I think you
partying on the
actually have to go to designated spots to empty your, like...
Well, that too. No, I've always heard, though, they actually just put, like, a plastic bag and shit in the bag and then throw the bag of shit out.
Well, I mean, shitting in bags.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier. You don't have to worry about the stink when you just pee in the toilet, you know. As soon as you shit in a toilet, it's like, all right,
It's
no.
a thing. I mean, shitting in a bag's still going to stink, but...
Yeah.
But what happens if you've been on drugs for days and drinking and stuff? You can't shit in a bag. That's going to be so sloppy and gross.
That makes it work.
Roast beef sandwich.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
double bag it.
Got the mud butt.
Isn't that so much better to throw out, you know?
I say, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to deal with a bag of that. I think I'd just like rather flush it and let it go, you know?
I guess, yeah. And especially if you're bands
rock
that are
star,
doing
yeah.
that, you have time
drugs,
to-
alcohol, and you all the time eating road food.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
are spraying shit.
Yeah.
for
Are you
a
gonna
living.
say you haven't taken one of those shits before, or what?
Everyone's taking one of those
Yeah,
shits. That's
I
why we
didn't
know what
say
we're
I never
talking about.
did. I'm just saying, if that's the lifestyle you're living daily, you were spraying
That's why I'm
shit.
saying I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to shit in a bag.
You're a
I-
professional spackler.
All right. I'll take your guys'
You're
word for
painting
it.
the walls.
Well, so that's what Dave Matthews was doing, or is he not that cool? Did he have solid shits?
No, he's on the road partying. Why do you think they were using the tour bus toilet?
I don't know.
Especially
wait.
after a show
I
where they
thought-
probably had a designated area to drain that shit.
couldn't wait. He
They were
had to,
partying all fucking night long.
You think Dave Matthews parties hard? He's
Oh.
like, you know,
Dude, have you
out
seen
there
him on
with-
stage? His eyes are always glazed over, and he's always got some little happy
Well, he
grin.
might just smoke weed and eat healthy.
Is he that like fucking like druggy?
He sprayed shit on a whole fucking toilet or a whole fucking boat.
He makes a valid point.
Yeah,
He did shit on
they must
people.
have been on drugs. I'll take that. So, all right. Fuck Dave Matthews. That's what I feel about that. I didn't like him before, and I especially don't like him now.
Way for the future.
Make you more comfortable.
Just get ready for your digital currencies. It's happening.
Okay.
Think of how many places that only use cash like went under recently.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, did you guys hear about
A boat.
free energy? It's finally happening.
It's never gonna happen.
Scientists just made it happen.
He keeps saying this.
No, this is the first time this has ever happened. We had an ignition for nuclear fission instead of fusion, which creates waste. Fission has no waste. They were able to point a bunch of lasers and superheat a metal alloy, and it created a fission reaction that was ongoing, and it created more energy than it took to start the reaction.
How long did it last?
They don't get into that part. So
It
however
must have
long
fizzled out. It just put some energy out.
Well, I don't think when they do these experiments, they intend it to just like run forever. When you're doing these, you got to get the reaction going first. Then they measure it, and they probably say, "Okay, we're not going to allow, or we're going to turn it off at a certain set amount of time."
They probably didn't even like utilize the energy it put out.
No,
they
they're
just
just
saw
pretty
it.
measured
They
it,
that
so I'm
way.
sure they
yeah,
kept it.
they measured. They don't.
Oh,
No.
Dude,
They're
all
gonna
those places you get feedback. You don't even have to get a special hookup.
it probably
if
is
you,
like
if you hook a
different
windmill up to
types
your
of-
house and you're getting energy, it's automatically feeding into the grid.
It's got to be like different types of energy that they're probably taking in too.
No, what are you
Yeah, 'cause
talking
there's
about?
like
Different types
heat
of energy.
energy that they're taking into account.
It's a fission
and-
reaction that creates energy.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
it's
gonna be-
it's light then, isn't it? It's like
So it's gonna be heat,
protons.
It produces heat.
Yeah,
and then the heat's used to
and other energy.
create
And it's
like
like
the
they just
actual energy that you can
measure
transfer
it.
to
That is-
electricity. or
what
to
would they even
electrical.
do with the energy?
You feed it into a grid. It would replace nuclear fucking power
Well, that's
stations.
what I'm saying. They probably didn't do it with this first one though. They don't have this first one hooked
Yeah,
up.
we already
to
talked
the-
about that. It's a scientific experiment. It's not set up to fucking
All right,
service a
all right.
city.
Okay, so
It's
explain
proving that they can do it.
explain more about how they did it, would you?
So scientists at the world's largest nuclear fusion facility achieved the phenomenon known as ignition, creating a nuclear reaction that generates more energy than it consumes. The results were at the U.S. National Ignition Facility, and that happened on December 5th of this month.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
It's the same phenomenon that powers the sun.
there's been a lot of other free energy things.
Was
that
this
go
CERN who
away.
did this?
No.
U.S. Department of Energy.
CERN's
Oh,
trying to
go
open
America.
portals. Come on. CERN's trying to open portals. and
Yeah.
talk to
Well, they
demons
did. They
and-
did, I thought, right?
Who knows?
I think they let Cthulhu through.
Yeah, there's all the Bernstein Bear thing. What is that? The Mandela
No, the
effects.
different paradox Earth or whatever.
They were supposed to achieve ignition by 2012, so they're 10 years late.
Better late than never, huh?
Didn't the X-Men kind of do some shit like that, where they like split the line of Earth or whatever and then bring it back together? Charles Xavier did that, I thought.
No, man.
Oh,
So about a year and a half ago, last year
Did
in
the
the
X-Men do
summertime,
that? Yeah.
they had crossed what they called a threshold to the path of ignition. So they had fed in so much energy, and they're probably getting
Oh.
really close to like an equilibrium. We just produced this much after putting this much in.
whoa! So they're just like we've just been firing these lasers at this piece of aloe.
No, they've been experimenting and trying to understand how we can recreate the processes that makes the sun run. And they now have gotten to the point that they've been using lasers on a specific type of alloy.
The real question
So
is...
they haven't been doing the same experiment for the last
Is
No,
the
I know.
guy...
15 years
Well, they-
and expecting different results every
They did
time.
with one laser and like, oh, we gotta get a bunch of them.
So,
we gotta warm
but like,
them up.
is the guy
It doesn't talk about
who's
what
been
they've
doing
tried.
this experiment? Does he have like
It's a
these
whole team of
tentacles
people.
on the back of his arm or on his back?
Oh, Cthulhu?
No, like big
Doc
robot
Brown?
robot tentacles.
Oh, Dr. Ock.
And then
Doc Ock.
he's like moving them around by his brain, right? And then when like they turn this thing on, it fries his little chip, and then the tentacles take over. Because I mean, I think I've seen this.
I've seen that documentary
Here's
before.
exactly what they
Power
did.
of the Sun.
The facility uses 192 lasers to deliver 2.05 megajoules of energy
Wait.
onto a pea-sized gold cylinder containing a frozen pellet of hydrogen isotopes, deuterium, and tritium.
See, so we need to get back into owning
Jesus.
gold because now gold is going to be super useful again.
Well, and tritium.
Gold's always been useful. It's extremely
Well, I mean, like,
harnesses electricity well.
electromagnetic.
I
It's
know.
also doesn't tarnish.
so we need to get some gold.
It's easy to. It's malleable.
Mold.
We can bite it. You can bite it.
Yeah. Well, buy some gold. You don't have gold buried? Yeah, you
We got
guys.
a lot of silver.
You guys haven't gone goblin mode, I guess.
I haven't gone goblin mode yet.
Because that's definitely a goblin mode trait. Burying gold, right?
I got all this gold.
So here's what happens when they fire this up. They call it the pulse of energy caused the capsule, the little pea-sized stuff with the gold, to collapse. So it's almost like creating a little
Quantum?
black star, or a black hole.
hole.
But it's probably not that dense though.
Death Star.
So, but it condenses everything to a very small size, creating temperatures only seen in stars and thermonuclear weapons.
So the real question is when are we going to turn this into a bomb and drop it on us?
Sounds like it already is a bomb.
The hydrogen isotopes are fused into helium, releasing additional energy. So you have heat, you get additional energy from the changing of isotopes of hydrogen into helium, and it creates a cascade of fusion reactions from that point on. So once things start like fusing together and changing and releasing energy, then just like the stars, like they started off with like helium and hydrogen and whatnot condensed together, starts forming like iron and stuff of all the chain reactions
I
happening.
never even thought about it like that. You don't have to mine asteroids if you could just create little suns. To
The
make things
laboratory's
for us.
analysis, keep in mind, with 192 lasers, they delivered 2.05 megajoules of energy onto that little pea-sized gold isotope package.
megajoules.
Yeah, I'm not even
Jesus.
sure what that means.
Well, a
just know-
joule is a common electrical
I don't know what
term.
joule is. Like, what
Jewel
is
the
it? Like
thing
a
you buy at
thousand
the
It's
gas
a little
watts?
fucking
station. It's
vape
giving all the
thing.
kids cancer.
Dumbasses. Okay. So the laboratory's analysis suggests that the reaction releases some 3.15 megajoules of energy, roughly 50% more than the energy that went into the reaction, and more than double the previous record of 1.3 megajoules.
Well, cool. I've been, hoping for free energy
This
for a while.
research has been going on since the 50s, so it's
Oh,
taken
yeah,
us the better part of probably like 75 years or something like that.
Who's the scientist?
It's
It's a whole fucking.
Has
This
there
is
been
a
like
whole
a
history
team?
leading
It's
up
a
to this
team.
moment.
wasn't
Well,
Zero
there's one
decades.
guy in charge. That,
0 Point was trying
who,
to
was
do
the
that.
inter- who did they
Department of
interview?
Energy.
Who did they interview?
The U.S. Department of Energy.
Hmm.
Okay, one guy, it's a big milestone, but NIF is not a fusion energy device, says Dave Hammer, a nuclear engineer at Cornell University at Ithaca, New York. He's not on that team that I'm
So
assuming.
yeah, he's some fucking naysayer. Can't be done.
Well, wasn't like there was a thing with like radiant energy and 0 Point technologies and all these people
think
doing
they-
like shit with magnets and stuff where they're
Yeah.
like, hey, we've actually come up with a few things that produce more more energy than it costs to turn them on. They're like, yeah, well, it's not good enough. We don't like it. Also, we don't want free energy because
Can't fucking patent that. Whatever.
No,
It's too easy for everyone to do that.
we don't want free energy because free energy means people get
So then,
to-
how's this getting out through the Department of Energy? Agriculture? What did you
well,
say?
maybe because
Department
this
of
is
Energy.
part of the Great Reset. Like, don't worry, you'll own nothing. You'll get some energy when we give it to you.
Yeah, it's free. You get everything else. It's free. Everything's free.
So a guy named Herman acknowledges as much as what that Hammer guy said. Said there's many steps on the path to laser fusion energy. NIF was not designed to be efficient, he says. It was designed to be the biggest laser we could possibly build to give us the data we would need for the nuclear stockpile research program.
Jesus.
Oh,
So are they evil?
It's the
course
government.
There's evil.
Of course, they're. It's kind of. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure we're all
Cat
in
in the
agreement.
lap evil.
Yeah. I'm going to melt you from space. Speaking of space,
Send all the energy towards you.
what was the senator that like
Lasers.
had the Jewish space lasers thing that
The
like,
lady?
Yeah, it made like rounds.
Marjorie.
Yeah, Marjorie
yeah,
Taylor
yeah,
Greene.
yeah. That was I loved reading those ones. Those were good too.
Yeah. Didn't
'Cause-
she do something recently? I feel
Dude,
like
they all
Oh,
are
she's
doing
always
things. There's so
something.
much shit coming out with all these weirdos where it's like,
She said that if she was actually, she's being kind of investigated for the January 6th shit and like what her role might have been.
Oh yeah.
She said, well, if Steve Bannon and I were in charge of it, we would have won the day with guns.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what it was.
I mean, that would have made a big difference, but I'm glad it wasn't a gun coup. But anyways,
It was a gun coup. You know what I kept thinking that they're all thinking now too? Is they're like, that was a lot of fun. Wait for the next one. Like, let's do it again, because...
oh, the next shit that's coming is gonna be so fucking crazy. I'm worried about our election cycle because it's like, dude, what is gonna like? Too many people are disillusioned now. Like, fuck it, they don't care. And then the people that do care they care so much that they are gonna be absolutely fucking nutcases.
Yeah. Just imagine how much people are going to freak out when Yi is the president.
Oh my god.
Isn't that going to be fucking awesome?
I joked years ago about like, wouldn't it be hilarious if Trump won? And then it actually happened in real life, and I was like, oh, that's not that hilarious. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was a
Simpsons did it too.
good, yeah,
They
it was a
made
good
multiple
meme.
jokes
It was a good
about
joke,
it.
and then like reality happened. You're like, are you fucking serious? So let's not even put the yay or ye or whatever thing into that because it could happen.
He's running, man.
again.
That's why he never has officially.
Oh.
He wanted to run in 2020, but he didn't. He was his
Did you
paperwork.
guys see the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where they were talking about their political candidate? And like, so there was one of the newer seasons, and basically the whole episode is they're like, Charlie made
I
some
think I do
costume
remember
and
this,
he
but I
gave it to the
don't
guy, and
remember
it
it.
ended up being like the American shaman dude who January 6th. Anyways, the whole thing is they're like, wait, you can't tell us you were involved with everything that happened with these guys. And they're like, blah blah. The end of the joke is though they're like, oh no, our candidate was Kanye, and that's what happened in the fake world of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and in real life now we have Kanye the Nazi that actually might get a bunch of weirdos who are like, yeah,
He's just a big gay fish.
Honestly, I mean, people
the
will
fucking gay fish.
people will rally behind him. I think
Musk?
well, yeah, probably. But if it's Yi versus Biden, yeah, Yi is going to be our next president.
He was on the last ticket. Nobody
no, that's what I'm
cared.
saying. He was not. He wasn't officially on it.
He had national
he
news
didn't,
on him.
He didn't have
you
his.
can do it right in.
He didn't have his.
I think 2 states carried his name.
Honestly, let's be
No,
honest.
that's what I'm saying. He didn't have his paperwork. Maybe he had paperwork in the 2 states, but he didn't have it in for the national election.
If
He
it
does for
become
2024.
Biden versus Ye, I might vote for Kanye too, just to fucking see what happens.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's going to be.
That's the
like-
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You don't even have to vote for him. He will win. He will beat
just roll
Biden.
the dice. Let's see what kind of crazy shit comes next.
I don't think that many people are that fucking dumb. I cannot believe
Dude,
that.
this is America right
It was
now.
Trump versus Hillary. It's like, what is the turd sandwich or the giant douche?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Kanye West
you want,
is
you
on
want
a
giant
different
douche.
level
You want a giant douche.
of whatever the fuck Trump is. I mean, like that guy doesn't even have any sort of guiding
But-
anything outside of like apparently he has a Nazi obsession. And
I don't
thinks
know which
Jews
one
are
you're
bad.
talking about even right now.
This is a good.
I
point.
literally started my sentence off with Kanye West.
Oh, okay. Well, but you were literally describing both of them, honestly. Do you think most people see a difference between Kanye and Trump? No, they
Trump
probably...
only cares about Trump and money. Kanye West has some fucking weird ideas.
And that's why people love Trump. Like, they only voted for Trump because he was like their troll.
Well, let's just watch it burn, man. Fuck it.
That's exactly what people felt. And they're like, yeah, we'll go in 4 years and help him burn it down, you know?
No, like everything. It's fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
The only good thing is,
How
though...
the fuck did you guys get on this from fucking nuclear fission energy?
Because the government is corrupt, and let's just see how weird it gets.
Yeah. I don't know how we start talking about Kanye.
I'm over here like reading up on this shit.
He's like actually reading
Let's
scientific
go back to
articles,
it.
and we're
Let's go
like,
back
let's
to
see
it.
How funny it would be if this happened.
What else about the...
Well, there's multiple places in the world that are conducting research into the same field, but trying different methods to create a fission reaction, in ignition specifically. One of the bigger challenges, though, is that they still need to figure out ways to harness the energy that is there.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
so
pull
that's
it out
what-
of the ether.
So
or
that's what
whatever.
I was curious about too. Do you think it's coming off in like lightning bolts,
No.
No,
or is it
creates
just like light?
well, okay, so there is
Is it
like
glowing?
it's basically like a
It'd be
mini
heat.
star.
Yeah, it'd be a heat source.
It literally is like a mini star.
Oh,
heat.
okay. So what?
But it's heat, and then you can also potentially tap into the energy from the reactions
Okay.
themselves.
But what color star?
I don't know. They don't talk about that.
Is it white?
It's laser color.
What do you think? It's a white dwarf?
I think
or
red.
like.
Because I'm guessing it's red lasers.
Do you think it's a red?
But I don't think red lasers are actually that hot. I
Red
think it's
lasers
Yeah, I
are
think you gotta
so
use green. I think actually
purple,
the,
man.
Yeah, that's
is
what I was about to
like-
say.
Purple is one of the like hardcore
Green's
ones
hot,
that you could
but
burn
the-
paper with.
Purple is like the scientific one, or like what's the one that does rust? You seen those videos or whatever? There's like a laser that
Oh
just
yeah,
takes
yeah.
the
That was
rust
like
off.
that was a pretty white light though. That was a pretty bright white light that.
Yeah,
goes
that
up and
looks
down.
more like a welding kind
Yeah.
of light or whatever. That's what I'm imagining, like an arc, you know, just nothing, pure light energy,
Watch
you know.
this like.
Because don't all stars start as white dwarfs?
Oh man, I don't even remember.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
I think
but-
they go through the whole cycle. It's either white or purple. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I was watching this guy on YouTube who he was like 19-year-old kid who just liked to build lasers. So he has like his whole garage is filled with all this crazy shit, and he was like buying like pieces of like parts of rubies that were like cut this certain way so he could beam light through them, and it was basically just like his mad lab of lasers that he made. But he was like literally like, all right, look, I can pop balloons with this one, and like this one's even more hardcore, so I could burn things with it. And it was just interesting seeing like this kid making lasers. He's like, yeah, I was approached by whatever company to see if we could like, do this, this, and this, which basically was like, they want to weaponize this shit. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. But it was very interesting seeing how crazy the
Yeah.
lasers have gotten, because like there are the ones that,
Just take it up in magnitude, you
Oh, yeah.
know.
well, I mean, if you shine a green laser at things, you can like disrupt,
Oh,
cameras
it's
and all
illegal
that.
to do that in the air traffic or whatever.
Yeah. Fuck, Derek did that the other years ago at the house.
Yeah, somebody brought a green laser over, and he's like, "Oh, just point it outside and see how far it goes." And I
You
point
guys
it-
pointed it at a helicopter, and then you ran back to the house like, take this away from me.
No, we didn't do it at a helicopter.
You did it
There
at
was
the police
no,
helicopter.
we shot it up. Literally, I pointed up, and like immediately it just hits a plane flying overhead, like a large passenger jet. And then we're like, "Oh shit!" And we're just like, "Okay, well,
Way
let's-"
up there?
Yeah, no fucking joke. I mean, you could see that thing go off forever.
Was it daylight?
It was
was
nighttime,
nighttime.
and then there's a
But as
police
soon as
helicopter that,
we couldn't hear the
circled
plane.
our
It's so fucking high up, but we just turn it on, and immediately it just hits the. You can tell, front of the fucking plane immediately, and we're like, "Oh shit!" And we put it away and like ran inside.
The odds of
and
that
within like
happening,
5
Derek.
minutes or less, a helicopter was circled by a couple times.
They shot it at the helicopter.
No, we never shot at the helicopter.
Totally at the helicopter.
Because we were heading out to the bar. That's when we saw the helicopter.
They shot at the
No,
helicopter.
we shot it at. We didn't shoot at anything. We pointed it at the sky, and there was a fucking plane right there.
That's pretty ballsy.
Anyway, those
What?
girls-
Shining into the sky? That's
Dude,
what everybody does with
those
them.
purple, but yeah, the purple ones are like I think you can still buy those online, but the purple ones you can.
We're
like,
next to two
burn
major
paper
airports
with
and
shit.
Millard Airport.
And Offutt.
Two major airports.
I think you said Millard and.
I said two major airports and Millard.
Oh, okay. And Millard. Don't forget about Lincoln. Don't count Lincoln out.
I'm not reaching Lincoln with a fucking laser.
I'm sure you could.
It's the curvature of the earth would prevent that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Let's not even get into the flat Earth. No. I still love that.
I thought lasers prove that it's flat.
Oh yeah, so
'Cause
for
you see how straight it is. You lay it on the ground and it just goes straight.
fuck.
You
All right,
see it.
for $500 you can buy Jupiter, the most powerful handheld burning laser.
Burning laser.
Where does it burn though?
I'm pulling it up. It looks like a fucking lightsaber.
I take that to
Sweet.
Burning Man.
Just burn people with it all day.
Look at that
You
thing.
get a tattoo with that thing. Oh fuck! It's like mace.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's really expensive.
Jesus.
Of course, they make it look like a fucking lightsaber.
Of course
Oh,
you
why
do.
wouldn't you? You have a fucking purple lightsaber. Everyone thinks of a goddamn
Mace Windu.
badass motherfucker.
Yeah. All right, I gotta pee, Bast. You gotta get off me. I'm sorry, Bast.
Pass the cat.
No, take him with you.
Oh, I'm not taking the cat with me to the
He
bathroom.
likes to go in there.
Of course he does. He's a cat. They just like to stare at you while you pee, and it's weird.
Okay.
All right, other things.
What
Here's
else?
my topic. Oh, we
That
already
was
did all
your
my
topic. Finish it though. You're done reading about it.
I think I've said all there was to say about it in the article.
That's all. I got
They
to
named some of the other
say
countries
about
and
that.
whatnot, and that's about it. But nobody's ready to like actually. There's one place that is hoping that by 2035 we'll have a sustainable ignition from fission, and
2025?
and be harnessing 35
35.
and be harnessing energy off of it.
Then they'd get rid of nuclear, or it's still a form of nuclear in a way. No.
No, it's okay. As we know, nuclear. It's a nuclear fusion reaction.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is fission.
So there's no plutonium.
The
There's no.
bringing together as opposed to tearing apart.
Is there no waste?
There is no waste.
There's no radiation.
That I don't know about that. It doesn't mention that, but there is radiation in nuclear anyways.
Well, yeah. It doesn't sound like there's any radiation.
They didn't mention radiation. I know that there's no waste. Like you don't get like the spent nuclear bar waste that's like super poisonous.
Yeah.
There's literally no waste.
Just energy.
Just free, clean energy, the way God intended.
All right. I'm gonna guess it's a big white light then. They just gotta fucking
Purple.
absorb it up.
Well, it's probably. I'm sure it reaches insane
it's like the-
temperatures and looks. There's probably a hue to it, but
Think about it. It's probably white because we can't see the spectrum of color that it probably really is. The human eye can only see so much color, truly. So, and that's what the.
Come back, Bast.
You just have to go pick him up. He's a fucking old pussy. He's not gonna crawl.
Yes, he will.
You think he's gonna hop? That
He
cat
hopped onto me.
yeah, from the ground.
he hops all the time.
What do you think he is? All
He's on there.
nimbly bimbly.
No. Okay, there we go.
You think my cat's all nimbly bimbly?
I
think
don't.
Bast is
He's not a
nimbly,
nimble
bimbly
bimble.
little boy.
I don't think he nimble bimbles anymore. Look at him.
Nah, he's still nimble
Oh.
bimbles. He's just cozy right now.
Yeah, he's being lazy. He's like, yeah, pamper me.
Yeah. And be evil while you pet me.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about the lasers. Meh.
All right, Dan. What topic did you think of?
I already had my topic of
Nonsense.
making fun of Trump.
Oh, the NFTs.
Yeah, that was pretty silly stuff. Yeah, I don't really got much. My life's been pretty boring. I was sick, and that's about
So
it.
did you have the flu?
I don't know what it was. It wasn't COVID because I did the shove the thing up my nose test, but it just was a fever and it sucked for a couple days, and then I got over it.
Did you get diarrhea?
No,
Chelsea said you had the bad sweats.
I was sweating profusely.
No diarrhea.
No diarrhea, just sweating. But whenever I get sick,
You just sweat all your shit out.
I drink a ton of water and lay under blankets and sweat. It's gross. And then I'm over it. And then I don't get my chicken wings on time because somebody doesn't understand chicken wings.
Let's not rehash
I think
that.
she understands the concept of chicken wings.
No, she doesn't.
I watched her eat some of them, so...
Yeah, she had 2.
Did she put one up her nose? Because sometimes she just fails.
No, she ate it thoroughly and cleanly.
All right.
Sucked it to the bone.
Yeah.
So...
Will you put your finger out of my cat, please?
No. He was born in my closet. So, if there's going to be any fingering action...
Did you see what, of course it did?
Didn't we look at that already?
I don't think we talked about this.
Oh, I had it pulled up. I was waiting for you.
Of course it did.
Do you want to talk about it or you want me to start off?
I mean, I guess something that's
Oil
just...
spill in rural Kansas Creek shuts down Keystone Pipeline. Yeah, that happened last week.
Of course it did.
Of course it did.
No, that'll never happen. 5 years later.
Not even.
Yeah, and this isn't even the one that
Yeah.
This isn't even the one that they wanted to build. This is just like a smaller one that they've had for a while.
This will never happen. We are so good with our oil.
Yeah.
Oh,
and this is the thing. It's not even the oil. It's the tar sands.
Wonderful.
So it's just like you can't clean it up by like soaking it up with sponges. You know, it just sinks to the bottom of the waterway. But it's spilled into.
It doesn't say it's tar sands. It says it is a pipeline that carries oil from Canada to the Texas Gulf Coast. It's one of the major ones.
From Canada is the tar sands.
That's
though.
where they. Well, that's what they use to get the oil out.
Oh, so maybe this was already
the pipeline is intended to take stuff to market.
Either way,
So it's already. I don't know if it's refined or not, but
Yeah.
it's not a tar sand.
This story doesn't
we're
say
already
it's a tar
drinking so
sand.
many
I see that.
microplastics. We might as well get oil in us and just fucking get cancer and die.
Well, this is Kansas, so it's a little further down than us.
Well, I mean, fuck Kansas, right?
Actually, now that I'm looking at these pictures, it is definitely just like a creek full of oil. Just like imagine, a little creek you drive over, and it's just black. That could have happened in Nebraska if that fucking shit would have gone through. Happens in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
So of course it did.
well, they're
course it did.
downriver from us, so they're eating our shit anyways.
Yeah.
But we're eating South Dakota, North Dakota, and all of Canada's.
Yeah. Montana.
Oh, I do
no,
have
Colorado.
a subject,
Where
actually.
flat comes from.
I have a fun subject that involves the northern hemispheres.
Okay.
So there is, it's been disproven, but it's kind of a fun theory just to
Are
think
you talking about ancient apocalypse?
No,
Oh.
no. It's ancient shit though. So I've been listening to a lot of Sasquatch Chronicles at work because I'm bored, and why not?
Yeah.
So there was this dude that came on one of their episodes who got into a thing that he called it the Neanderthal predation theory. So basically, like, how we have all these like pictures of Neanderthals and like they took the bone thing and like put it on and like, see, it's got skin and hair like us or whatever. He's like, what if that's wrong? What happens if like the Neanderthal bones were like you put like chimpanzee skin over that shit? And then, like, make it look more like an ape. So the theory that he was basically saying is, like, the human evolution happened down here in Africa or whatever, and, like, a subspecies of, like, Neolithic humans or whatever went up to the north, and they looked more ape-like. Anyways, thousands of years later, you have these, like, northern meat-eating, like, cold climate apes, which would look like fucking Yetis or, like, chimpanzee-looking humans or some shit. And then humans eventually like started going more north and they came more south. And then you have like this war between like, Neanderthals and humans. And then there's the crossbreeding and all this. But eventually, basically what he was saying is like, my theory of Bigfoot is it's remnants of these like weird looking Neanderthal things that, came from northern climates where it's cold and they have to have fur. And because of the lack of like flora, they're eating meat all the time. So it's meat eating apes that are now running around in the woods. And those are the remnants of like, an ancient, subspecies.
For sure. I mean, there's more even species than just Homo sapiens and Neanderthals.
Yeah.
There's the Denisovans. They've just like found fragments of their fucking bones.
Nope.
And with
The Hobbits?
The Hobbits.
the hobbits, and with the DNA today, they know that there's like other ghost species that like they haven't even like identified yet. So
Well, I looked up some of it
yeah,
and like,
it's very possible.
well, I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that like disproved it too, where they're like, nah, that's bullshit. But it was a cool theory to look up, and then like if you look up the human predation or the Neanderthal predation theory and like look up what he drew up as or like formed up as the Neanderthals, it's like, man, those are fucking creepy looking things, and they were stronger and bigger boned, and and it's like, well, that's why people have this obsession with monsters. And
I saw a really good Sasquatch video lately. These guys were on a boat, and they were
Oh, I
like
saw that one. Yeah.
driving by.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Sasquatch was driving by on a boat.
They were driving by on this boat, and it
No, they
literally
were
looks like
partying. Sasquatch was
the
just
grass
fucking getting-
like starts walking, but it's like
Is
it's
the name of the
Sasquatch
Sasquatch's
and
boat Little
blends in.
Squatch? Or
I
was
don't
it
know.
Donut?
No, I think they just like see it. You should see if you can look it up.
No, I fucking love the Sasquatch videos and things. 'cause,
Sasquatch on a boat in like
I mean,
Alaska
I get
or
bored at work,
something.
so why not look it up?
I remember the one we watched the other week with the guy that in Florida or something.
that was a guy in Florida eating
These
Oh,
guys
yeah.
down the boat.
Running around in the fucking Everglades eating something, and then he like
Eating-
runs off in his thong. Yeah.
He just had tidy whities on. I'm pretty sure it was a Cheesecake Factory cheesecake.
Yeah, those guys. Are you eating cheesecake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Starts running.
No, this one didn't. I mean, it's a Bigfoot video, so I mean, yeah, you could say it looks set up, but
I mean, a lot of them do look set up or whatever.
Sometimes I think Bigfoot's just blurry, you know, and that's the problem.
So
just blurry.
that's basically what he was trying to like say the Neanderthals would look like without all their fur and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, okay. Just more muscle mass and shit.
Yeah, and then you put fur on them like a chimpanzee and stuff, and like they turn into real creepy looking fuckers. Anyway, I thought that was kind of a interesting thing because people were like, you know, that's what I would think
I'm
like
not
the
seeing
Yeti.
anything.
Oh, I'll find that Bigfoot for you. I mean,
Maybe it wasn't a recent video even. I
no,
don't
it was
know.
pretty recent. That was
Missouri does not originate in Colorado. That's south of most of
The
Nebraska.
Platte originates in Colorado.
I was talking about Missouri, and I was
I
like,
was
it goes up
talking-
to South Dakota, North Dakota, and you're like, no, it comes from Colorado.
Well, there's two rivers that feed Nebraska, essentially, the Missouri and the Platte. If you
Missouri
think
doesn't
about it.
start there, though.
Yeah, I know, Derek.
Well, that's what I said, and you're like, no, it's Colorado. It starts in
I
Colorado.
said and Colorado. Because we get water from all over the Midwest, not just Montana.
I'm talking about the Missouri River, where it flows from.
We do get a lot of shit from the Missouri. Well, that's the thing. The Missouri doesn't hit much of Nebraska. That just hits Omaha and other major cities on the river.
It's our whole border on the east side.
Yeah, but that doesn't hit Nebraska. Like Lincoln and every other town is not affected by Montana shit.
Oh, I bet it is.
It's in the water. It's not in the aquifer, really. That's where the real shit is.
No, that's where the insecticides are.
Pesticides.
Yes.
And Sasquatch urine.
No, we don't have enough squatch to saturate things at any measurable level.
no.
Didn't you say there was a Sasquatch sighting like right outside of Schuyler years ago now?
Oh, yeah. There was a reported one near Linwood, which is like the other side of the river. Yeah. I mean, but that doesn't mean anything. It's just be some drunk driving home. Yeah, I swerved. I saw a Sasquatch.
I hit it.
I did it, man. That's what fucked my car up. It was a Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't.
That's why I have a
home.
handprint that's bloody on my hood of my car.
Yeah, it was a fucking Sasquatch. You
Came out
guys
of
don't
nowhere.
believe me?
I mean, I don't even know if there was a police report. He might have just told some friends about it at the bar. So,
Yeah, so
but the like Sasquatch registry it's happened or whatever. It's updated.
Sasquatch registry.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Bigfoot Research Association or whatever.
Yeah, they
BFRO.
record every known
like
sighting.
MUFON, but for Sasquatch.
Yeah,
No, they
yeah.
just like they try to like track a lot of the Sasquatches.
Well,
They're
basically
like,
anyone
we're
who-
seeing them here and here, so we think they're migrating right now.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a migration season.
Well, of course there is, Derek. They're fucking mammals.
Yeah, they run around doing Sasquatch
A lot of animals
things.
don't migrate.
You think they have dens?
Maybe. If you,
No.
they say they make nests.
Yeah, temporarily.
Temporary
Yeah.
nests or live
Seasonal
in,
seasonal locations, I think.
That doesn't explain the.
I think they're repetitive, really, just like humans.
What's the
would be.
ice ape one called? Abominable snowman.
Yetis.
Yeti.
Yetis. Think they're migrating?
Yetis.
Oh yeah, they
fucking
probably go up and down the mountains at certain times.
Yowies.
You know? I mean,
Yowies
they-
are the Australian version.
well, I could see a Yeti more having a cave. A Yeti for sure has a cave.
I don't think I would call up and down a mountain migrating.
No, I
Migration
agree.
covers large
Well,
spaces.
especially, yeah, but you know they have like caves they check in on. You know they have what you would call more of
What?
a
Where they
den.
keep fucking Luke?
I mean, yeah.
Skywalker?
and they eat the fucking Woompas, of course. Or
Dude, like
Tauntauns.
I remember that documentary when I was like what, fucking 12 or some
Well,
shit.
then you should know that they smell better on the outside.
Tauntauns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they smell gross on the inside. Yeah, I can't find this video anymore. What
Professor
the fuck?
Solo taught me that.
Professor, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's disappointing that it's not popping up. I know which one he was talking about, though.
Is it that fake that's scrubbed from the internet already?
Or is it that real that it was scrubbed from the
you
internet
can't let this
already?
out. Can't let this
Elon
out.
Musk canceled it.
Goddamn Elon Musk and his hate of Bigfoot.
I don't think he controls Bigfoot.
Oh, he's been like blocking all these people over Twitter now and like deactivating their accounts and whatnot.
Bigfoot had an account?
I don't think he's blocked Bigfoot, but a lot of other people.
So isn't there like live tracking Bigfoot accounts though? Is that allowed?
Probably.
Not under his rules.
Well, he doesn't like attracting humans. Tracking humans.
He doesn't want humans
He
tracking him
literally
while he
bitched
goes to...
about how this guy was tracking him based on public records of what anybody could
I
find.
thought it was his private jet.
There's public records though on any sort of flights that happen.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
people can go up and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
I have a crop duster," or you might want to get.
Yeah, you have to get in the flight records and get your flight pattern.
But
and
anyways,
shit.
so this guy was tracking his flights from that, and then Elon made the big deal out of it, saying like, "Oh, it's somebody could try to assassinate me if you share that, blah blah blah," and then immediately turns around and shares someone's license plate and where it's at.
Yeah, fuck Elon. I'm
He's
glad
kind
people
of a
are...
fucking idiot and a big baby, as far as I can tell. I liked Elon for a long time.
I didn't hear
Recently,
about-
I'm just like, God damn, dude, you're a bitch.
He shared a license plate.
Yeah, of the dude who he thought was like stalking him or whatever. Either way, fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that one's just fucking gone.
He just had to like take the everyone like had to collect their hate towards him, I feel like that's what he's doing on purpose. I don't even think he's writing his tweets. I think he has like an algorithm that like figures out the most fucking like offensive skirtish thing to like say to people,
Oh, he's just becoming a Trump 2.0.
Yeah, something that everyone can like hate. But
Or like.
Yeah, well, think he'll run for president?
No,
he's not from America.
Oh, that's right. Were they trying to deport him?
No. But there's a lot of Republican idiots that are out there saying that he needs to run for president, and people are like,
you literally can't.
You know how the Constitution
like,
works,
if you
right?
guys want to uphold the Constitution, that's not going to work. Well, whatever. Fuck you guys. I do what I want.
He's already a billionaire. Why would he want to be president?
The prestige. The prestige.
I don't think it's prestigious. I think you still have to like pull some responsibility, Or I don't know though. Like you would think that then with Trump, it looked like he just did nothing all day long. It was like, who's really in charge when it's not president?
Man, I am really bummed I can't find this one. Because that was all over the place just a
It
little
looked
bit
really
ago.
convincing, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. And I'm not finding it, but it was all over for like 2 days. And now it's just like
Are you just on Reddit looking for it?
Reddit, YouTube, Google.
Well, sometimes Sasquatch doesn't want to be found.
Yeah. Oh, well. But no, that's a fun thing to pass time, is just listening to Sasquatch. Some of those motherfuckers are absolutely insane, though.
What is
Sasquatch?
Sasquatch Chronicles.
Sasquatch.
I know you don't like it, but
the Chronicles?
the Chronicles.
I listened to a couple episodes and I was like, this is
Is a podcast?
boring.
It's a podcast, and some people are absolutely fucking nuts, but then you get a couple good ones where you're like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, what's that stuff where they go missing?
Oh, Missing 411?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was terrifying. Just like every single case is the same. Some little kid was like abducted by someone living in the woods, most likely.
Well, there's some, similarities of shit that happens where it's like, all right, it always happens in like these areas, which happens to be near these kind of mountains, which happens to,
Just attract weird people living out in the mountains. But like it was just like every kid, like I was like, yeah, I was with my uncle and
This big hairy man came out of nowhere at me.
no, they don't
disappeared,
say
though.
they don't say Harry. They were just like they're like kids. They don't fucking even understand what's happening,
Kids understand a hairy thing. When I was 2 years old,
What? Of course they do.
Kids understand a hairy thing. Trust me.
Let
on
me
this
finish
one.
what I was going to say because that sounds horrible.
No, I think
When I
you
was
said
like
it.
2 years old, a guy my dad worked with.
He had a hairy thing.
He was. He was
a hairy
as
thing.
hairy as a fucking bear. And at the time, the movie Harry and the Hendersons was out, and the guy knocks on the
Which is
door. And he was a
Sasquatch.
big, tall dude too. He was like 6'2", 6'4", or something like that, and just absolutely fucking hairy. And
What's his name, Harry?
oh, I can't remember his fucking name on top of my head right now. But knocks on the door. I'm 2 years old. I answer it, and I just yell, "Mom, Dad, Harry from Harry and the Hendersons is here."
Wow.
So kids know Harry.
So that was you answered the door as a 2-year-old?
Yeah, it was before my brother was born.
How did you open the door?
Turn the knob and open it?
Oh, all right. As a 2-year-old.
So before my brother was born, and he's
That's like when they start to talk.
well, my brother was born right before I was 3, so I could have been damn near 3.
Nope, I think I got it.
All right. Harry and the Henderson.
Yeah. This is the one you're talking about.
A lot of photos and videos of Bigfoot in the area. Here is one of the latest Bigfoot sightings captured by some boaters. I'll play it through, and then I'll zoom in on the subject, and then play it again.
I don't even think I listened to this.
And slow it down.
Oh, this
so
is.
we can get a
I
better
mean,
Where you
somebody.
found it.
It's where I found it.
subject on video. It appears the boaters are going.
But it's one of the things where like they're filming what they're doing, and then like something in the background, which is why it's always blurry and far away because they're like, "What the fuck was that thing? Look at that."
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're heading towards it. They could have just been going in that direction.
Yeah.
Grass and the foliage on the ground, it's nearly the same color.
That's what I thought.
Original again, I'm going to play it forward and backwards for you, and then I'm going to zoom in on it.
Forwards and backwards.
But yeah, then you get the wild people that are like, "Oh yeah, Sasquatch was talking to me telepathically."
Here's the zoom.
Like, oh yeah,
Speed,
okay.
forwards and
But like a lot of the ones on the Sasquatch column, they have ones that,
Sasquatch walks like Trump,
Does he?
hunched over and just swinging its arms wildly.
yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of the more realistic ones are like, actually, it was awful. It was a terrifying experience. I never want to see that again because we were camping, and then shit started like yelling at us in the
It
woods.
made a weird noise. You
And
know?
then like things started getting thrown at us, and then we didn't know what the fuck to do. So like we went to camp and like went to bed, and then in the middle of the night, like all these sounds are around us making these weird ass noises and shit. And then like we got up to like see what it was, and there's some fucking thing standing 20 yards away just staring at us. So we got in our truck and drove the fuck away. And like there's a lot of stories where people basically just say that
Bigfoot or feet, whatever the plural is,
squatches.
Bigfoot.
squatches.
Squatch eye.
They're really just aliens disguised as a Bigfoot so that we don't realize that there's an intergalactic entity.
That's probably what it
Do you
is.
think they're interdimensional?
I learned this in the show Johnny Quest.
Yeah,
Interdimensional or galactic?
Both.
See, I still like the whole like
Intergalactic.
missing primate thing, and like this goes back to that human predation theory or whatever, where they're like, well, why don't we see him? It's like, well, because if there was an actual like Neanderthal that was hunting humans. Humans are an aggressive species too. If one of us goes disappearing, there's gonna be like fucking 20 dudes running around in the woods with guns or some shit. Like it would start with spears.
Yeah.
But either way, they an intelligent species would learn to avoid humans because they'd be like, oh no, every time we see them, they fucking try to hunt us.
Most animals try to avoid
Yeah,
really any other animal unless they're trying to breed.
Yep, or
Unless
hunt.
they're a predator.
But like if you
Or they
have
roll them in packs.
How do you think Bigfoot hunts?
speed,
throws things.
so a lot of the ones that they were talking about is basically like they
Guns.
No,
Has
no.
a weapon?
So, the tree knocks. Basically, what they say, or what people have been theorizing, is that they'll find like game trails, and one will like stay down near the end of the game trail, and then a couple others, like 2 or 3, will start doing the wood knocks and weird noises to start scaring game towards that direction. And then as an ambush predator,
Oh, they hunt
kinda
packs.
but like kind of how we used to hunt. Like, I mean, if you
With
go deer
weapons.
hunting,
You chase
yeah,
something
but in
over
this
the
case, they're
over
like
the hill.
big and strong enough where they can literally like run out, grab it, and like bite it or break his neck or something. So that's basically what they're saying is like that's how it would hunt is like it sends a couple people to scare something
I'd
towards
like to
their
think
trap
they're more
point.
intelligent than that. Not that
That's
scaring
pretty
and pushing
intelligent.
predators one way, but a lot of animals use that tactic.
Yeah,
I would like to think they have tools.
they might beat it with a stick
At
or
least
something.
at least rocks.
A sword. Excalibur.
No, they don't think they
I don't
have
know.
a sword.
I could see an
A
ambush
rocket
predator
launcher.
technique.
I don't think there's ever been a Bigfoot seen
Squatch tank.
even carrying a staff.
Don't tell me if I made a T-shirt with a Squatch riding in a tank, you wouldn't buy it.
I would buy it. But, I mean, if you're
Yeah, but
like,
think about what would be the first thing they would take? They would have a melee weapon.
They'd
Would be the
take
first
Canada
But
and then
also,
take America.
If,
No,
if you are a 9-foot, like muscle-bound creature, why would you need anything besides more just like bonk or
So do you
break?
think they're only catching squirrels and rabbits?
No, like deer and elk.
Then
and
they catch
shit.
a deer,
It's
an
deer and
elk.
Deer move
elk.
fast. They're quick. All those types of
And
four-legged
you
creatures.
move them towards there, and those things probably move quick too. Like
I doubt that.
I
You
bet-
saw that lumbering giant.
I bet
But
they
imagine
have
if it
Some of
wanted
explosive.
those 9 feet and probably
Well,
600 pounds.
think
Like
of
that.
like
The
an-
bipedal is not running as fast as
See,
a
that's the
fucking
thing.
lion. or
What
a-
about an
Another thing
alligator?
about the bipedal? They say that a lot of the time like it's like chimpanzees can be bipedal, and these things supposedly are bipedal, but like they also have the like the hips are weird displaced and the knees do something weird, so they could be able to drop down and run like a 4-legged gorilla or chimpanzee and shit. So a lot of the people,
Gorillas, while moving quick, they're
They
not
do
like
have
a
long
typical
arms.
four-legged
Yeah, but
predator.
I know.
What
but
about
it's
this?
still-
What about the trees? What if they jump down from trees onto prey?
That's
I don't
a
know.
big animal to be climbing trees and hanging
I
out. But
would-
bears climb trees too.
I'd go more with
Big
the
trees, man.
lay in
But
wait
usually things
and
like
then
sun
use like
bears.
short bursts of explosive motion.
Yeah,
to
like
get
an
there.
alligator.
Yeah, like lay in wait.
They
Have
cr-
2 of your
what
buddies.
if they crawl up to something too? Crawl towards them?
Not that I'm a physiology expert on a fucking Bigfoot, because if they even exist,
But what would they do? How would they kill a deer?
I've already told you what I think.
Get snagged.
Weapons.
What kind of you think they have an atlatl? No.
I don't feel like they'd have projectile unless they're throwing rocks.
I
But
think
you're
a
not
bonking
probably going to
stick-
kill an animal with a rock unless you're like
Oh.
a deer. Not saying it couldn't happen, but that's you got to be really good at throwing
What
a
if
fucking
they have
rock.
like boomerangs?
Now I'm thinking more like maybe a rudimentary spear.
Sharpened
I
sticks.
think the motherfuckers could just move fast enough to like once they get it, like once they do their ambush, they just take off like a fucking lion, bonk, grab it, break things, and then it
I don't
can't.
know. That's animals that attack creatures like that have claws that allow them to grasp on and hang on. From what we've been told to understand about
But,
big
like,
feet, they don't have big ass fucking claws.
But if your hand's this big, why would you need a claw? You can literally just.
They got
grab the
lions
thing.
with paws that fucking big. They still need claws to latch on.
Yeah, you need claws because the deer is going to be like squirming.
I just
you
don't
know?
think that's going to happen.
Well, have we ever seen
wrestling a deer or some other predator to the ground? That's extremely fucking hard, and the animals that do it have fucking claws.
And that's why
and then
they're
they
so
bite them in the neck
terrifying.
with specialized teeth.
See, I think they have the chimpanzee
Fangs.
teeth. The
Yeah.
chimpanzee teeth are terrifying. Like you look up a chimpanzee
But what a
teeth.
chimpanzee does, though, they don't bite you in the
Canine
neck
teeth.
to bleed you
Because
out.
they're
They
not-
just tear off your flesh and
Yeah,
fingers.
yeah, but if these ones are more specialized to being meat eaters, which
Yeah.
chimpanzees do eat meat,
The-
but they're not
the
specialized
skulls
in it.
that I've seen of those does not match the type of incisors that those creatures have, like a big cat.
I've never seen a Sasquatch skull.
There's certain creatures
No one has.
that
no one
have
has.
been like big 7-foot plus ape creatures that were not human but humanoid,
Like Gigantic
and they
and all that.
Yeah, and that's what I think. Like maybe Bigfoot could be.
I still think it could. I think it could run things down. But a lot of them.
I like to think they're ambushing. I think they're jumping out.
Physiologically speaking,
I
from
think
what
they're-
we're to understand on what we've been presented with, I can't believe that because no bipedal creature moves that fast.
But you think they also
Gorillas don't move that fast.
No, just
No
just,
bipedal
just an
creatures we
alligator. They
know.
just jump. They could probably leap 8 feet, right?
That's a lot of weight.
No, think about it. In your legs, man. They got powerful fucking legs.
Just because
humans
you're,
can leap 8
how-
feet.
Do you think a fucking brachiosaurus could leap 8 feet? It's 4-legged,
No,
and
I
it's
do not.
one of the biggest animals ever.
And I don't think they can jump, but I think Sasquatch can jump.
I'm sure it can jump.
I
but
think about this. Sasquatches are
When you
obviously,
start getting that
no,
big-
listen. They have families, right? They travel in packs.
Yeah, family groups.
Yeah, they have
most
tribes.
apes have something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You know,
So this gets back into the ambush thing.
I think they also would
Oh
work
no,
together.
I believe in the ambushing. You guys' question was, how do they kill the animal? I think it's got to be tools. I don't believe physiologically that they can move the way that would be required.
I think
just don't
if
think that
you're
could
a
happen.
900-pound gorilla, you
twisting-
can.
You don't have the fucking tools.
A gorilla or chimpanzee could literally
Jumping out
pull
on a deer, grabbing it, and breaking its fucking neck?
Yeah, dude.
No,
a
I don't think
chimpanzee
so.
could pull your arm off. A chimpanzee could pull my arm
So-
off
No.
right now.
No
Like-
animal has ever literally come about that has ever, in the history of anything that we're to understand, is tactic to killing something is jumping out at it and breaking its fucking neck.
What
Why
about
not?
what about
It's
Predator?
coming up from behind,
What
pulling
about
it down,
Predator?
What
or
about-
you have weapons.
What about Predator?
What about the Predator?
That's a fucking movie.
Tarek, it's a documentary.
That's what I'm.
Somebody got in a samurai sword fucking fight with a goddamn predator.
And the only reason he won is because
And I'm not saying that wasn't a great fucking scene, but that's not realistic.
No. So I have homework for you.
Another
Look up-
Predator movie?
No. It's look up the Siege of
I got
Hanabi.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you want some of this?
I want some Dr. Pep.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, so look at the Siege of Hanabi. That was one of the biggest like Sasquatch cases that ever happened, but it happened in Oklahoma.
A siege of them?
Basically, these guys bought a farmhouse, were out there for a while, and they started noticing weird shit that kept happening. And then a group or family group that was out there kept being like super aggressive and like fucking with their house. And
A family group of Squatches?
yeah, it was a pretty good like story. But the guy was like, he was like, dude, I even like called the Bigfoot research people to come out to see if they'd help me get rid of this shit. And then they're like, oh, cool, yeah, we'll send some people. And he's like, no, these things are like. They're fucking with me and my family. They're like looking in the windows at night and banging on the walls and running off and like doing scary shit. So they got some of these Bigfoot researchers out there, and within like 2 days, our Bigfoot researchers were like, "Oh, no, we don't like this. We're leaving," because they thought it was gonna be like, "Oh, we can like leave some food for them and like make a contact or whatever." And then they actually saw what was happening, and they're like, "Fuck, I've never seen one before. That's scary. I don't like that it's staring at me at night."
That would be weird.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if I was out tenting and I saw fucking Sasquatch, I would be freaked out.
Oh yeah, if you're living out in the middle of nowhere and like it just keeps coming and fucking with your house and shit, because apparently if it's like a prime ape or whatever, it's territorial and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I've liked a lot of the stories. Some of them, as I
They
said,
definitely fucking bite your face off.
The couple I listened to, the people that were calling in and telling stories, they were ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there's
Did they have the taste
I
for
think
human
he's-
flesh?
the original like. Where did you start? Because that's another thing.
If they could
like,
kill deer,
Whatever
they could.
the latest episode was
See,
at the
that's,
time
that's
that I
the
listened.
issue. That's the issue. Is when you start with the original, like when they started making the podcast, it was shortly after the dude had like him and his brother were out at Mount St. Helens, and they basically got surrounded while they were like driving, like camping. They were fucking around doing some things out there, and then like got weird, saw some things, skidded the fuck out of there, and they're like, we don't like that. So the original like couple seasons are people who are like, no, this probably is a physical entity, a physical animal that's doing weird ass primate
Something's
shit.
fucking with you.
And then near the later episodes, eventually you've gotten rid of all the credible people, and you just got to keep telling a story. So then you get your interdimensional beings, or like, oh, they come from lights in the sky and all that kind of weird shit. It's kind of like any good.
I want to believe in Squatch just
I
as much
believe in
as the next
Squatch,
guy.
but I kind
I've
of.
been
can
watching
believe.
Squatch documentaries since Ben.
Why'd you stop?
Oh, if I still see a good one, I'll watch it.
Oh, well, you said you want to believe. You still,
I was
you still
disappointed
do?
with the Hulu one. So I watched one that was like it was Bigfoot or Sasquatch or whatever. It
Most
was like,
of them are disappointing.
oh, well, it wasn't even
Yeah.
about Sasquatch. That's the thing that pissed me off. The first episode, they're like, oh, yeah, some guys got, like, murdered at this, like, hemp or weed growing
And bam,
place.
NFTs.
Oh, yeah, it was like, oh,
Blame
yeah.
it on Sasquatch.
We're out here, we're growing weed, blah, blah. Somebody got killed by a Bigfoot. It was all covered up. And then, like, the next episode, it turns out, no, he pissed some dudes off from the other camp, and these other drug dealers came and beat him. And then it just turned into the whole thing about the Golden Triangle and the weed market there. I was like, that has nothing to do with Sasquatch, goddammit. You baited me with a Sasquatch story and then just told me about your drug trade. Fuck you guys. I wanted to learn about Sasquatch. Yeah, anyways, Hulu's Bigfoot, whatever one was.
They don't have a lot of good UFO shit on there.
Nah,
either.
there's a lot of trash.
Hulu's gone downhill.
For that topic.
Everything.
I mean, it's just Bigfoot and shit. That shit's fucking worn out a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's because
I don't really use Hulu at all.
I didn't even like.
I don't even know what else is
much
on
about
Hulu.
it, but like,
We can watch some live TV stuff, which is good for sports.
Yeah.
no. But no,
Well, you
just-
have ESPN though too, tied in with Disney Plus.
Yeah, see, I don't have any of that. I would just listen to podcasts and. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of like good, interesting stories like that Siege of Hanabi or whatever. Like that's some weird shit. That would suck. But then you have the people who are like, I got raped by a Sasquatch. You're like, what? Yeah, I have DNA evidence of hair because I got raped by a Sasquatch. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
Turns out it's dog hair.
No, it's just nothing. It's just some crazy lady who wants attention.
Yeah, this is a dude named Sasquatch's hair.
Well, no, there's a lot of people in like the Sasquatch community, I guess, because again, listening to too much of this shit.
Oh, see, that's what. Yeah, I stopped watching documentaries about this whole long.
Oh yeah,
time
because there's
ago.
so many like nut cases.
There was a guy that said he watched a Sasquatch eat orange juice out of his dumpster, and he's like, he loves orange juice, so I keep feeding him out there.
Yeah,
And it's like,
now we're friends
well,
with
then
him.
fucking film it. Like, why would you
Right?
tell us about it?
Yeah, so they've had a couple people on that talked about how they thought they had activity in their like farmstead or whatever, so they like started putting food out. Food disappears, cool, whatever, and then
Hey, it's called raccoons and other fucking marmots.
either way, but like, so eventually the guy's like, yeah, but then I had to deploy, so I left, and then like. Turns out when I left, I let my brother stay there, so he stopped like feeding and putting food out of this place, and then things started banging on the doors at night, and then throwing things at things, and then like our kids got stalked in the woods and weird shit like that. And he was like, yeah, because we were feeding them, and then we stopped, and now they're mad at us.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, so I don't know. There's a lot of interesting stories. I like that shit. Sorry for going on Sasquatch
No worries.
Tangents.
I watched Nope. Did you talk
Yeah, I saw
about
that.
that?
I've seen Lope. Yeah.
Lope?
It was
Nope.
all right.
Well, I think
It
the
was
last time we
alright.
talked about it, I don't think I had seen it, and now I've seen it.
I've watched it twice.
It was
I think, now.
decent.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
I think I liked it more than the other one that he made. Well, he made.
Or Us.
I just
the
like
first
the way.
I liked it more than Us.
I think I did too.
As far as the storyline goes, that was good.
Took
The
a
way the
while.
monster or whatever creature turns out, like, I don't know. Fun, though.
It was new,
But I think the
different.
writing was excellent.
Yeah, it's a different way of
Every
telling the story.
moment in that movie is important to, like, paint the picture he's trying to paint.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It doesn't like all make sense at the time.
Well,
but it
then
kind of comes
explain the
back.
goddamn chimpanzee for me, because that had nothing to do with anything.
Oh, it explained why the Asian guy was all sad.
It just explained why he's out there. He's like, yeah, but like,
But it's also just to put you in that mind frame. It's like a metaphor of
yeah,
a
no-
friendly thing that you think is friendly that you're feeding or whatever.
All right,
yeah,
all
come
right,
back
exactly.
and fucking
Everything in
get
that
you.
movie was a metaphor that builds up to all the main action that happens at the
yeah,
end.
I still liked it, but yeah, I've also like watched a bunch of dumb bullshit on YouTube before where they're like, oh yeah, some of these like UFO things are actually like flesh-eating creatures, but that gets into the interdimensional flesh-eating creature
Well, yeah,
things.
fucking baby blood and shit.
Yeah.
Well, let's not go down that
No,
topic.
no.
Let me ask you this though, because you've probably seen more movies than I have this year. Do you have a favorite movie of 2022? Because we talked about this.
Honestly, man,
I don't remember what yours was.
No, I do know. All Quiet on the Western Front. They remade
I don't know
All
if I
Quiet
s-
on the Western Front, which was an original, I think, like what 30 or 40.
Never
World
seen.
War II movie, right?
It was a World War One movie, and the
Oh.
original one was black and white. So I forget when it came out, but it was like an anti-war movie because they were like, dude, it actually is not glamorous.
I'm assuming it didn't come out when America joined World War II.
no,
which-
it's a German.
I've
movie.
never heard about this.
It's like-
Oh, from the German side now.
yeah, but it's World War One, and
Is it
basically
the sniper guy?
No, it's it starts off with like a group of like 4 kids, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go join the army, fight the good fight, blah blah." And then like they're the first scene with them, they're basically like they're getting these uniforms, and the one guy's like, "Oh, this one has like this guy's name tag on," it. And then like the guy just rips it off and like, "Hey, go out there." And then like it's because there was so much death and stuff where they're literally like they're recycling people's uniforms. They're like, "Ah, just go out to the meat grinder." So the whole movie is basically like the views from the World War One trenches.
Wow.
And the
Sounds
remake of it
interesting.
is really fucking good. Like they dubbed it over. I'd prefer to watch it in German because I don't
You
mind.
like subtitles.
I don't mind subtitles, and I prefer to watch it like that. But even in like dubbed over, it was really good. Like there's nothing wonderful about what they show. Where they're like, it starts with that like the stupid youth of like, yeah, join the army, be cool, and then like right away they're like, the fuck is this? This is terrible.
Is war. This
And
is
then like
fucking life.
a couple people die. Yeah, war movies, and then it just continues watching like the main character basically like sink lower and lower into the reality of war, and it was a good movie. Like that, all Quiet on the Western Front is definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like top notch.
All right. Could do for a good war movie, especially over the winter. You know.
Oh, it was good. I'd watch it again. Like it was that good. Where I was like, I could watch it again.
What was it on?
It was on Netflix.
Oh, really? There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Did you watch Ancient Apocalypse?
Mm-mm.
Oh, are you going to?
Eventually.
You should.
The Dave, what's his name?
Graham Hancock.
Graham Hancock. Yeah. So
you think of
this,
David Attenborough?
No, but this gets back into my conspiracy thing. Like years ago, he had some really cool ideas, right? And there was some good information he put out. Could be real. And then I watched some of his like recent interview shit where he was like, oh, you know, when the fires happened in California, he's like, it happened because there's actually an alien race that lives under here. And like, they were trying to burn them out because they were going to expose themselves, blah, 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 blah. And basically it's like, no, that's all bullshit, man. Whatever the fuck you're selling.
I don't
now,
think that's what Graham Hancock said.
he was the one talking about that. What happened is Graham Hancock was originally had good ideas. He had good information. And he put it out there. Eventually, it becomes
Are
irrelevant.
you thinking about the reptile guy?
No, it's not. It's not the reptile guy. It's Graham Hancock. It's not David Icke or whatever.
Yeah.
But no. It literally.
Look this up, Derek.
It's literally that guy. But like again, when he first started his conspiracies and like ancient ideas and all that, like there's stuff that's like, hey, yeah, they were mathematically inclined. This is some really cool
He's
information.
on to some things for sure.
And then he gave all his relative information. But then he wants to stay relevant. So then he starts throwing out some other weirder shit. And then he throws out other weirder shit. And then eventually you have like, they're turning the frogs gay.
No, he's not saying anything like that.
He has. That's the thing. He has said other crazy ass shit where it's like, dude, like, I know you're trying to stay relevant. This is cool. This gets back into his original stuff. But he said some whack ass shit. Like, he's literally.
I don't think so.
I can pull up an interview of him saying he has prior information to California burning that he was going to put out, but he didn't because he didn't want to fucking talk about the aliens that were living there because he knows people who knows the aliens. And then the California burning happened, and he's like, oh, yeah, see, I should have told this before it happened because I knew they were going to burn it because of the aliens.
Jesus. No, this is not Graham Hancock.
That's Graham Hancock.
Derek, anything?
I'm not finding anything
I
about that.
think you're
Everything is about lost
confused-
civilization.
I think you're confusing Graham Hancock with
Nope,
someone
it's not
else.
David Icke.
It's not David Icke, but I don't know who you're talking about.
It's
but,
Graham Hancock, man.
No, Graham Hancock's always been the ancient aliens, or not ancient aliens, ancient apocalypse, the Younger Dryas and Ice Age, Atlantis. Shit.
I know who he is. That's why I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Why are you interviewing saying this weird ass shit? I'll try to find this.
I think you might be confusing it with someone else. 'Cause I have never seen Graham Hancock talk about that stuff, and I've read like, he did the ayahuasca and shit.
Oh, I know who he
He
is.
did a bunch of books about
I'm well aware of
spiritual.
who he is, and that's why it annoyed me that I saw him saying that shit.
I feel like if he said
I'm not
that,
saying anything about this.
he got a Netflix deal. How you get a Netflix deal if that's the fucking shit you're
I'm
saying? That's
gonna
when you
look
go on
around.
that fucking Gaia network. If you're gonna spout shit
It
like
probably
that,
was on that.
I think they've all been on that though. I'm pretty sure Graham Hancock has been on that. But Graham Hancock's been on Ancient Aliens because he gave an interview
Dude,
and
the
then
guy
they
I went
used
to
it for Ancient
Sundance
Aliens.
with was on Ancient Aliens. Like, there's some weird people.
Yeah, they'll interview anyone there.
Uh,
You still watching that shit, Derek?
It's been a while. Hey, Dan's full of shit.
Isn't he?
I've tried multiple searches for different types of things.
Yeah.
And everything is just about.
He's not.
Cause
Ancient
that's all his
civilizations.
recent shit.
First of all, look up Graham Hancock.
I'm not looking up his recent shit. I'm trying to find stuff in the past about conspiracy theories and aliens and everything you were bringing up, and I can't find anything.
Probably because the internet's been.
Probably because you're full of shit, Dan.
No, because years
you
ago,
can't drive. You don't know who this Hancock guy is.
motherfucker, I am a very good driver.
And you got a cat on your lap, like a fucking evil person, diabolically evil.
The internet has been so scrubbed from so many of these weird conspiracies you used to be able to find on YouTube.
It is very true that the internet has
This
been
is back to the
scrubbed.
Jewish space lasers. This is when California was burning.
You can only go so deep on Google.
Yeah. Like, he literally was talking about, like, when
I went to internetscrotch.com and ran my
No,
search.
no,
You
it's the
did
thing.
not.
You can only go so deep on Google before like the pages just start
See, that's a real
repeating.
website. Internet's Crotch.
Internet's crotch. Dude, I'm not going to
You
that.
don't want to go there, dude.
All right,
That's why I don't do it
let's
on my
see.
work computer.
I just want to make sure Dan's not making some false claims.
I'm just going to look up California fire lasers to see if that even pops up anymore, because that was shit that was circulating for a while.
Oh yeah, that's still around. Fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene believes in that shit.
Well, she also believes in the internet.
Nope. See, now
You
we
don't
have,
believe in the
all
internet?
we got is Major Green.
California, what? Laser fires?
Yeah, this is from a while ago.
Lasers from space?
Yeah, it was.
Lasers from.
See, I can't even find the original shit that was popping up with that weirdness. Yeah, found that out.
I found it. No California wildfires were caused by space lasers. Margaret
Of
Taylor
course
Greene, blah,
they
blah, blah,
weren't.
blah. How
But I
wildfires
would say
became right
he
areas for
commented
right-wing
on
conspiracy.
that shit. Of course it's not real. He commented on that shit years
David
ago.
Icke.
Oh,
It wasn't Ike, no.
it says David Icke.
No.
It was not David Icke. It was goddamn Hancock.
I
and
heard
that's-
Dan's fucking butthole pucker real hard
No,
there.
there's. I swear to God, it was Graham Hancock talking about aliens, and it pissed me off.
Most of
because
this
it's
is
like,
Margaret Taylor Greene
'cause I
bullshit.
have his book about like the the pyramids and all that
Magician of the Gods.
Graham Hancock.
shit. Dude, it's not gonna pop up anymore. Like half the shit is gone.
I think you might have just been on the wrong website.
No, I was on YouTube. It was YouTube, and it was like 5 years ago.
Oh, someone just reporting, talking about it.
GrahamHancock.com. Car fires in California conspiracy. How do they do it and why?
Hey, there we go.
But this isn't from Graham Hancock. This is like a commenter on GrahamHancock.com. Hi everyone. Besides the car fires, other fires in California have the same patterns. Houses and cars burn completely while leaving trees, plastic trash cans, and kindling of branches and pine needles close, saying they used lasers. I agree. Could be part of it to cause the damage. This person obviously can't write very well.
No, but
So this is just a commenter. This isn't Graham Hancock, or is
Yes.
this
Graham
Hancock?
Hancock was saying that
He's
shit.
allowing it to on his
No,
website.
he actually physically said it was because of aliens that he knew about.
Well, I've never heard him even talk about aliens, so.
Well, he did. So eat a dick.
I'm gonna eat one.
And I cannot find it anymore either. But he literally talked about how that was one of the things that happened. Paradise. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Paradise fires. I'm gonna prove to them that Graham Hancock said some crazy ass shit. Now I'm gonna fucking. Yeah.
On his website, he has no articles
Of course, he's
referencing
not gonna
Paradise.
keep that shit on his like official thing. It was on a goddamn YouTube video.
See, yeah, this is the problem. You have a built-in excuse. I can't find it because they scrubbed it.
They did. God damn it.
Nobody here believes it ever existed except for me.
All right. Look up lizard people videos and see how much shit pops up anymore.
About Graham Hancock.
No, just lizard
Lizard
people videos.
People videos.
See how much pops up compared to how
The
much
Lizard
is
People
used to.
Conspiracy. David Icke. Conspiracy of Lizard Illuminati.
Yeah.
Lizard People
And
Conspiracy
how
Theory
much
Explained.
stuff pops up compared to how much used to.
It looks like a lot of stuff. All I'm getting is Lizard People hits.
Go to YouTube and fucking look. Yeah.
I'm on the video search and all it is YouTube.
Well, either way, I can't find the motherfucker saying it, but he went off the deep end with conspiracies for a minute too.
I think you've had too much Dr. Pepper, Dan.
I have not had too much Dr.
The
Pepper.
cats literally poison people with cat pheromones.
Cats literally understand good humans, and this is why Bass is sitting on me, not
This
you.
is what he does all day on me when I'm working.
Well,
He's
but
had his
There's a
fill
better
of me.
option here now. There's a better option.
He stops when I'm done working. And now he's like, oh, wait, this is a fool. I can sit in his lap,
I will
too.
find this motherfucker saying some weird ass shit, but he literally was talking about that.
I was trying to think of the guy's name, but are you thinking about David Wilcox?
Yes. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I had a feeling.
You're right. You're
Not
right.
hand on cock.
You're right.
Not Graham Hancock.
Not Hancock.
David Wilcox.
Wilcox.
Who definitely went off the deep end.
Like fucking.
I don't think he ever really talked about ancient.
Julian Assange looking
civilizations.
motherfucker, right?
Yeah. The guy
you're
who
right.
claimed to
Sorry.
be Edgar Casey.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Reincarnated.
I have been spouting nonsense about the wrong person. I
Okay,
apologize
okay.
officially. David. What's his name?
Wilcox.
Wilcox. Sorry. Hancock. Wilcock.
You definitely kept saying, I know who Graham Hancock is, though.
Yeah. Well.
So,
I apparently know who David Wilcox
so now you
is
can
too.
watch Ancient Apocalypse.
I was still okay. I can watch it without like sitting here thinking about like goddamn Jewish space laser guy.
exactly.
Okay.
Because that guy did go off the deep end, and I feel like last I read about him, he is like living in some remote.
That makes sense. I
Like
thought
gone
we were
crazy.
I
has
do
nothing
apologize.
left, kind of.
I apologize here because I was like, no, that motherfucker was talking about how he knew aliens were getting burnt out of the place, and I just don't know. Yeah,
That's what happened to all the like crazy people that were saying shit about 2012 way back in the day. You know,
Well,
fuck,
it's
that
all
was
getting-
like that was a decade ago.
it's all the conspiracy.
You
nuts.
think about that? That was
Because
a decade ago that all those
at a certain
conspiracies
point,
were big.
anyone who had a good conspiracy, they're like, yeah, cool, that's a good conspiracy, and then they're like, all right, what else you got? What about like this?
I know someone on the inside.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah, and that's what happened with all the good conspiracy things. Like even Alex Jones years ago. Alex Jones had some great
Well, that's
shit
what
about
happens.
like the
Well, say
monetary.
what you want about Mel Gibson, but he sure knows how to good plot line.
Mel Gibson does know what
Yeah.
yeah.
He definitely knows how to fucking direct.
But yeah, David Wilcox.
But that's what
Sorry.
happened to a lot of people when we were spouting shit back in 2012 and shit doesn't happen.
Nobody spouted shit better than Dave Matthews in 2012.
Was that also in 2012?
I think so.
Was it really?
I think it was right around that time.
There was a lot of shit.
It was
about
shortly
it that
after I
time.
graduated college. I believe.
Honestly, I get like
when
sad I
did
can't watch some of the silly videos from back then because there was like
Well, that's why the internet is scrubbed, because of course that shit has to go. They were all wrong, you know? You can't watch that shit.
it doesn't
man.
matter if they were wrong. It's like the flat earthers. It's entertaining. I like watching it.
Well, they involved
But
in the
there
flat
are
earth
people.
shit.
There are the people who like took it to heart and then they ended up murdering people and stuff. Like
2004, August 8th. 2008 or August 8th, 2004, tour bus belonging to the band dumped human waste, the equivalent of 55 gallons of sand
Jesus.
as far as weight,
Oh my god. No wonder, like,
that's so much.
from the septic tank onto a passenger sightseeing boat in the Chicago River.
so what kind of sightseeing boat is that? Like
Passenger.
how many passengers do you think are on it though? Like it's like
A lot.
It's like a ferry, right?
It's like a city tour bus.
Yeah, so solid 50 people,
Well, probably more than that. When I did those in London, we would get
double decker.
we had to have had at minimum 100 people on there.
What is the
if not
Chicago
more.
River though? Right? Have you said?
Yeah, it's the river right outside Chicago.
Well, how fucked up is that even just to like, yeah, we're not going to go to an actual septic tank. We'll just dump it in the river.
800 pounds.
My God.
My God.
Sounds like such a shitty time.
Did Dan just shit?
Don't know what happened.
You heard that, didn't you?
Yeah, but we were both talking over it,
It
so
was like,
it did not. It was even.
I got
worse
too much
than that.
deodorant on.
Not juicy enough or too juicy.
Not juicy enough.
Yeah, get that right juice in there. You said before you have to have the
A little moisture.
natural sweat or whatever. Pretty sure I've watched you lick your hand and then
Yeah,
put it in there.
Natural spit.
Any way you want to lubricate is fine with
You
me.
never spit in your hand, lube up your dick a little bit before putting it in?
Not exactly. No, can't say I have.
What? You've never done that?
No, I've never just spit directly on my dick.
No, hand I said.
I've never spit in my
Before you
hand.
put it in?
I've never spit in my hand to lube up my dick. No, I would spit on my hand and lube up the puss.
Yeah, sometimes you do both.
Yeah, you've never
or
spit
most
on your
of-
hand, rubbed it on, and stuck it in.
I've never rubbed it on myself. I would say I'm gonna share the spit.
You never spit
I'm not,
it, like
not
spit
being,
on it
not,
and push it in.
I'm not
You've
being
never heard
greedy.
that?
Well, yeah, I've fucking loogie that shit.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, I'm disgusting.
Loogie? Let me get fucking nose mucus on you. I'm gonna use your pussy like a goddamn tissue.
Then I put my nose down.
All right, well, I'll find this David Wilcox one eventually because that shit.
It's like when you clean your nose out with a glass of water, you know.
What? What do you do in your free time?
I'm a little worried for Wayne's health.
I said loogie in it disgusted you. I thought it was hilarious.
Because you said you were lubing up with a loogie.
I know. I've never done it.
That's
I
weird.
mean, where do you draw the line between loogie and shit?
Eventually, it just becomes the same
And
thing.
shit. And shit. Loogie's definitely different than shit.
I'd rather be spit on than have a loogie on me.
Yeah. I'd still
Yeah.
be pissed. I'm gonna punch someone.
Yeah,
but-
okay, but what about shit or loogie?
I'm getting my fucking green laser out if somebody fucking
Dude,
shits on me.
have you guys-
burning their arm off?
Have you seen the
Oh, yeah,
videos
burn
of like
your own
these
eyes
idiot
out.
kids who are like they throw like water at people randomly from like they're leaving the grocery store and some kid like throws water at him and like starts dancing on TikTok and then they
Of
just
course.
get punched.
Good.
Fucking amazing. I love that shit. But it's like, kid, what did you think was gonna happen? Like,
Yeah,
you're,
to a stranger.
like
you know?
you're fucking with a random grown ass man and then dancing and then you got surprised you got your shit rocked. What do you think is gonna happen? I almost want it to happen to me.
Did they get sued or something?
No, they just I don't know what happens. It pops up on Reddit, but like it almost makes me want to like go to a grocery store and like be walking around and have some punk ass kid like come up and go in my ear, and then just flip him and smack his face against the cement. Like I know that's fucked up to think about, right? But like how
Yeah.
satisfying would that
This
be?
is what Dan fantasizes about because of the shit he watches on the internet. I hope someone does something to piss me off so I can fuck them up.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of aggression, and I want you all to fucking know about it.
no, just like I mean,
This is the same wavelengths that went through my dad before he got a handgun. I don't want to get a handgun because I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill someone a week later.
Your dad
I bought a
almost
handgun.
killed-
So I
us.
got a handgun.
his dad almost killed us with a handgun. His dad
Good thing it's a bad shot.
No, he didn't know what muzzle control is, and so he tried to hand me his gun from his little waistband thing, and he handed it to me, pointed it at my stomach, and was like, "Here, you can use it." And then I was like, "Dude, point that at the ground." He's like, "Oh, it's okay, it's not loaded." And I was like, every firearm accident happens with unloaded guns.
Yeah.
You never point the barrel at someone. It doesn't matter how you're handed to. You don't point the barrel at people.
It just makes people uncomfortable. Not even that. It's like an etiquette.
It's an etiquette, and the etiquette is because there's safety precautions you have to take with a goddamn gun. It's a gun.
But I think the fucking Wild West.
You don't point a gun anywhere that you're not willing to destroy.
Yeah. That's
And
what
if
they
you're
teach you,
handing
for sure.
if you're handing a gun to someone, it better be pointed down and all that. I would not be like, "Here, Lane, you want this?" Like, look at that shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I fucked up. I guess you're dead. Sorry, I thought it was unloaded. It scared me, Derek. It scared me.
Did you shit yourself?
No, but I was just like, whoa, bro, whoa. And he's like, oh, it's okay. And I was like, no, it's not okay. This is. Did you take the class? Did you take the class?
Clearly not.
Well, to be fair, John's done the exact same thing on this show.
Hand people guns?
Yeah, at your house.
But did he point it at someone?
Yeah, he literally pointed at me and goes, "Check it out." And I go,
Okay, yeah, that's not cool.
"Dude,
That's not cool.
I think he had some revolver thing. You could see the piece was out, but
That was
still,
a while
I was like,
ago.
don't fucking point that at me."
Yeah, even with pieces out, like the whole time you treat it like it's
I forgot
fully
about
functional
that,
and loaded.
actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
he
not
brought,
okay.
Like 2 or 3 different, I think 3 different pieces he had.
Yeah.
We should go shooting again, though. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I would agree.
Dude, that fucking AR.
So is that
Oh,
a Goblin
or not
mode?
AR, the,
move?
The
It's a
AK-47.
responsibility move.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Unnecessary, but
Totally
still fun.
unnecessary, but like, fuck, it was great. I want one, I just don't need it, so I'm not going to spend the money on it because I need to buy siding and windows and,
Be responsible.
yeah, other things. God damn it, adult life. Oh, have you guys seen my new couch?
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
a piece of shit.
New couch, new oven, all this shit you
Yeah,
was
we're
talking about.
upgrading, we're getting better.
Wow, moving on up.
Somebody left a cat scratch post in my basement, so I brought it upstairs for Bass. Well, not a post. It's one of those cardboard ones.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Leaned it up where he likes to scratch my couch. So.
Was he using
Oh, yeah,
it?
we
Well,
have
first
to,
thing I did when I brought it up was I went and grabbed him and put his paws on it and like forced his claws out and rubbed him on there. But I had to do that multiple times with other shit and he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one corner on the couch I still have to put a blanket on every night because the one cat will just run up and attack it. And in the middle of the night, I hear like So I wake up and I run out there and like, what are you doing? And she like looks at me and then like scampers off doing cat shit. It pisses me off so much. But if you put a blanket on there, she won't scratch it because she doesn't like the blanket.
Cats are assholes.
Yeah, what a surprise.
And I was like, I don't like the blanket.
Probably gonna shit in your fucking shoes because of that.
No, it's fine. She just begs for food.
Mm.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Sounds like a cat problem.
Yeah. The moment I wake up in the morning, I just hear. Like I haven't even rolled out of bed. I've just literally woke up and like, turned my phone off, and you hear.
Don't the cats usually wake you up? Like they're the real alarm?
No, they normally.
Any animal that's hungry needs to go to the bathroom, so it'll wake you
Yeah,
up.
they
Yeah,
normally
that
pester
too.
Chelsea, but like I am up before her because I have to go to work at 7 in the morning. So like the moment I'm awake, I hear this whining from the the hallway, and then I'll go out there and she'll run off because she knows I am not going to actually feed her, and it's not like I'm an asshole, but like I'll like skid at her and like just freak her out a little bit so she runs away. But,
Oh, Neva's my helper. I'll be in here working in my office, and I'll hear Bass scratching on the couch, and I'll yell out, "Bass, knock it off!" And then Neva comes running out of here and just go right at him and knock him off.
Takes him down.
yeah, she's like, I'm the best dog ever.
She's the law dog. You break the law, you get the dog.
You don't fuck
Blood
with
up.
his couch.
Don't fuck with Neva. She fucking barks at me every fucking time.
Yeah,
still.
she barks at
That's
me for
because
like.
more than the first few times, you would come over all the time at my old house and just get her all wound up, and then that's what she does when she sees
She's
you.
already wound up. She's already wound up every time I come.
Well, no,
Dan comes in and she's like just happy, doesn't even hardly make
well,
a
no,
noise.
she barks at first, and then once she sees me,
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, hey, buddy," and then I pet her, and then we're cool.
Yeah, we're cool. She just barks at me first.
I get a lot less bark. She's
No.
like,
Doesn't just bark at you.
she's like, I'm gonna have to make sure
She
you.
gets amped up.
She's
She
also-
sits in the room right here overlooking the garage, sees you get out,
Maybe
and
because
just starts
she's
doing
like,
that over
well,
and over
that's the
again.
fun uncle.
Runs
What
to the
is
door once
Yeah.
you start walking up the stairs.
Maybe she's like, that's the fun uncle I get to fight with, and the other one's, the one who I guess I'm not allowed to fight with, so I'll just be nice.
Is she looking at you now?
No, I don't know where she's at.
she's not even there.
All right.
I saw that video of her with a toy.
A toy.
She's chewing it on the bed.
Toy. Yeah.
That'll make her a reoccurrence at some point. I don't know when.
I was just wondering if it's on the side of my truck right
No,
now.
It
I
has
actually
to be. He
I just
probably
forgot
forgot.
about it until now. I was like,
He's got it
"Ah."
in his drawer. He's good with it
He's
there.
He's got it in his
pants. What are you
ass
talking
right now.
about? I was like, I already got that.
He's been sitting very gingerly tonight.
Yeah, I gotta be careful.
He hasn't been jumping around all nimbly bimbly.
No, there's been no bimbly bimblies.
All right. Well, Dan, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry I went on tangents about Sasquatch and the wrong.
No, that's why I
conspiracy
wanted
guy.
you on. We needed to talk about this money thing I've been wanting to talk about. So, but we do talk about Sasquatch more than I was expecting. So, either way, it's always fun. Now, fuck off.
All right,
Fuck
fuck off.
you.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.